What's up, everybody? And what's up, everybody?
There you go.
Welcome, everybody, to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 66. Another beautiful Friday night in Downey.
Beautiful.
Party people. Guys, we are the gambling show of record. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let's go through our introductions. I know this might look a little bit different to my right.
Rafa.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. I worked out for a week.
Yes. It took all your advice. Stop eating tacos.
There you go.
Yeah. So, no, to my right, long lost social media guy, Jay Bird's in the house.
Guys?
Yes. Jay Bird's here. We're playing a little bit musical chairs today, actually.
Yeah.
We have Eddie Money and CJ's chair usually. Eddie Money, executive producer. We're in training, so it's like you're at TGIF Fridays and you have that person following.
Yeah, you have your server.
You have the waiter following them?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what CJ's doing with Eddie Money.
Yeah.
So,
shadowing.
Yeah, we're shadowing. It's bring your black friend to work today.
I love that day.
Eddie Money, what's up, man?
Not much. It's different sitting on a...
Yeah, look, you look all you don't know what to do with your hands.
Discombobulated.
Yes, or discombobulated.
I just have so much more to look at now.
Right?
Whoa, giggity.
Okay.
Oh. Well, Jay is back.
We have Luke, new and improved Wall Street.
No, when he walked in, I said, "You look like you're about to go purge."
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I don't know what,
I don't know. Yeah.
food illness?
Purge. The movie?
I know. I was just joking.
Oh.
But Luke, welcome, associate producer. Luke's been working hard. He's been coaching. But you look fabulous, Luke. You look great.
Thank you.
He looks like he's about to steal your 401k.
Sports clips. I knew it.
Yes, he looks like he's going to trick me into stealing my 401k. 100%.
I have a stock that'll hit 100%.
Yes. Is that a long? I didn't notice, but that's a long sleeve Izod shirt.
I need one of those.
Dude.
Lacoste.
Yeah. Izod, Lacoste. You say tomato, I say ketchup. Same shit, right?
Same sheet.
No, that looks great. Beautiful shirt. I would bang in 89.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
CJ, executive producer. What up, man? How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, you look great.
Hello.
What's up, Merkel?
Hello.
Yeah.
I didn't know CJ turned to Steve Urkel.
Yeah, no, he got a bump in not money because I was like, wait, definitely not a raise. No. But what's up, CJ? How you doing? You look good. You filled the chair out great.
Yes, I'm big, so
Yes,
I did fill it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, guys, we are the gambling show of record, but we only have one rule. Jay, I know it's been a while, but do you remember the rule?
Don't be a loser.
Wow. Did you write it on your hand?
Don't be a loser.
Yes.
There you go.
And when we say don't be a loser, we're talking about, guys, you guys are going to lose bets, but just play responsibly. Yes. And don't be a loser and lose your kids'
lunch money.
Yes.
Or their college fund.
Or college fund.
That's
Woo.
big leagues right there.
That's big money right there, man. Episode 66, people.
Order 66, guys.
And guys, yes, we are. If you guys don't know how we do it, we always give a famous athlete that wears the number of our episode. Just so happens to be 66. Anyone out there, guys, we are interactive. Please hit up CJ. You guys want to talk shit about my glasses, my lisp, my...
You have a lisp?
I don't know. I might develop one after today.
Today you will.
Yes.
Michelle Santiago says, "Hello, guys."
Yes. Hall of Famer Michelle Bird's in the house. Father of Jay Bird. Yes. I mean, mother of Jay Bird.
I was like, what? Okay.
You're like,
I didn't know this,
that's
mother.
New.
Father?
Yes. So, 66. Who has a famous
66?
66?
I got one.
Go ahead.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne.
No way. Did you have it upside down?
Yeah. Turn your phone over.
Turn your phone over,
flip
and I think it'll say 99.
Is this Crosby then? The dude from the Penguins?
That's Mario Lemieux.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crosby, Max Crosby.
Sorry.
That's hey, listen, it's the new chair.
Yeah.
He's thrown off. Everything's backwards for Eddie right now, even numbers.
I sat in this chair and I just forgot everything about
Started
sports.
acting like me.
Mario Lemieux, though, that's a great, second all time in everything. I got a fun fact.
I
Hold on.
want to hear it.
Sonny Bobo just texted me. My son just wrestled a tough match
Valiant effort.
in Blacksburg, Virginia.
We love you, Sonny.
Yeah, we love you, man.
What's up, Sonny guy?
Keep working, bud.
Keeping on.
Yeah, just a tough loss in the last 10 seconds of that match. But we still love you.
We love you.
Or at least I do. I don't know about you
I do.
guys.
Sonny guy.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Guy.
But fun fact, Mario Lemieux. Anyone know? It's great little fun fact here. Only man in history to have his name on the Stanley Cup as a player and an owner.
Wow.
Yep. There you go.
I didn't know that.
Little nugget for you guys. And Mario was really like the bridge to from Wayne to Sidney Crosby, really. Yeah. And Penguin for life, 17 years. Mario Le Magnifique, the magnificent one, his nickname.
There you go.
Just a good dude. Any other 66?
Yasiel.
Yeah. Puig.
The wild horse?
Yasiel.
Puig. Did anyone see the huge fight? I mean,
He was on that?
Oh, my God.
It was because of him. I think
he was laying
I saw the
fools
beginning
out.
of it, but I didn't see the rest of it. Is it wild?
Yeah,
dude, it's like the baseball brawl of baseball brawls.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
It's like a
first of all,
hockey fight in a baseball.
It's, first of all, it was in Mexico, I believe. So you know the level of violence just went
Skyrocketed?
Yes.
Wow.
It was pretty intense.
Jamie, pull it up. I haven't seen it.
No, it was pretty good.
Yeah?
And Yasiel's right in the mezcla.
Right?
Yes, right in the mix.
That's great.
That's a great 66.
Well, only one I knew. So.
Anybody else?
David DeCastro.
David DeCastro, Steeler?
Yes, sir. Stanford University.
Stanford? I thought. Oh, he wasn't the military veteran. No,
that was Alejandro Villanueva.
Yes.
I know that guy.
Rafa said, "Who's the gay dude?"
Oh,
Don't talk about Eddie like that. Come on. Come on.
And then he said, "I'm not going to pronounce this right. Yoel Bazayan Elite 8U."
No, he like Elite 8U.
Oh, he just said Elite?
No, like he was an Elite 8U.
I know, but he thought it was as part of his name.
We're talking Elite 8U and under baseball right now, Rafa. Like,
What are we doing,
I don't know
Rafa?
who.
Too
Yoel
many.
Bazayan.
That's the way it seems typed out.
Hey,
But he also said Puig, so
okay.
Wow.
he stole it though. He was late.
Totally.
How about
Hey, not even a real Dodger fan.
Ray Nitschke? Hello, Hall of Famer, the guy who defined linebacker even before
The butt kiss?
even before Dick, I believe.
Nice.
Yes, even before Dick.
Before Dick.
Yes, for sure. Ray Nitschke, Hall of Famer, 466, won, I don't know, like 5 championships, and then the Super Bowl came along. He won 2 of those.
What team?
Green Bay Packers, man. Right. Just a stud and famous dude, played forever. Alan Faneca? Come on, man. Another Steeler?
Come on.
I thought you would have busted that one out.
Oh, yeah.
Faneca.
Recent Hall of Famer.
Yeah, 7-time Pro Bowler.
Dude, he's so skinny now. It always trips me out when offensive linemen.
It goes one or the other, right?
Like Joe Thomas. Have you?
Joe Thomas.
He looks like a bodybuilder now.
Well, Howie Long, same thing.
Yep.
A lot of these guys say the hardest thing to do was keep weight on, like
Because they stop eating.
Oh,
yeah, they stopped eating,
Makes
and
sense.
it
Well,
was
some offensive linemen do.
And some guys don't wear slingshots up their butt. So, you know.
whoa, hey,
Personal.
that's crazy talk
Anybody
there.
on YouTube?
Yeah,
Nobody? Where's
no.
Zach? Where's Zach?
Rafa saying, "Who's the gay dude?"
Where's Zach?
He's not in yet.
He'll tell you in an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
he'll
You
come
guys-
in-
you
he'll
guys
come
just
in an
start?
hour.
Did you guys say Puig?
That is your famous 66, everybody.
All right.
Let's roll right into our who's fired this week, guys. If you don't watch us, we hypothetically fire someone each and every week. It clears our mind. It makes us feel good about ourselves.
It does. It
like the grind your gear segment in Family Guy.
That's the best.
Yeah. So if you out there in YouTube land or Rumble land, are we in Rumble yet?
Not this week.
Not this week.
We on Twitch?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
I don't know.
I know what it
These
is.
kids are saying all this
I know
stuff.
what it is.
Yeah.
I know. I'm joking, but anyways, guys, yes, if you want to fire someone, go ahead, let CJ know through YouTube Live. We are live on YouTube right now. If you want to fire your coworker, your kid,
Free therapy, man.
Your wife?
yeah, free therapy. I'm here.
I'm not saying that because of my wife.
That slipped.
I'm just saying. You said kids. I'm just going down the family
He's
line.
showing his true colors.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jay's been known to do that, by the way. And who wants
Show
to,
us true colors?
or just have Freudian slips is what what I meant to say. Who wants to start off your fire? Brought to you by Two Nobodies with the mic, guys. We have a development. We have some gear in. We're setting the website up, but we do have gear. It's going to be up for sale by next week. We're going to show you everything. We have a lot of big news, a lot of new developments. You guys have been asking for gear since we hit 100K, and we got it done, man.
Yep.
We got it done. And
Coming soon.
it will be available very, very soon. So you're fired, brought to you by Two Nobodies with the Mic Apparel, and the website is right around the corner. It's right there.
Right there.
Right there. Who wants to start off with you're fired?
Michael Brown says Zach is probably at boot camp.
He's double dutying the boot camp.
Yeah.
Mornings
Two,
and
2 days.
yeah,
Two days.
2 days. I
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I actually have 2 firings.
want to hear it.
Fire away, man.
First one is the rumors saying that Russell Wilson will come to the Raiders.
I love this firing. I wanted to do it too.
What's the reason for the firing of that?
Why would you want Russell Wilson on the Raiders? We played him for the last couple of years and saw what he done.
It just
Nada.
doesn't. Go ahead. I'll let you explain
He's-
because I have a.
It's just terrible. We don't need another bad veteran. We need a good rookie quarterback who we can go and get. The only deal that I would agree with is a 1-year, $1 million contract, which someone said in the comments.
I would not.
It's not happening.
I would not agree. It doesn't make any sense. You just got the most authentic coach on the planet. It's like you just got like a gangster from freaking Compton as your head coach, and it's like bringing the lead singer of a boy band as your freaking quarterback. The most the opposite of a freaking Antonio Pierce.
I get it.
Bringing in Mr. Unlimited. Unlimited.
Yeah, that makes and every Raider page has like posted it 8 times. Run with it. Denver fans are and Charger fans are like texting me left and right. Oh, look at this. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, but that is a 100%. Never gonna happen.
Do you think it would absolutely never happen?
100%.
Like it's just off the table.
I
Go
think
ahead,
with
Luke.
AP as coach, yeah.
I don't understand why he's linked to so many teams. I've heard Falcons, I've heard Steelers, I've heard Raiders, I've heard Washington.
I think it's because you have a veteran quarterback on the market who has experience in
But he's
being
not a
up
free
there.
agent. Like if you, which they will cut him. If they don't, though, you're gonna have to trade for him. Who's trading for Russell Wilson? No one.
He's
he's
not
gonna get cut.
He's gonna get cut.
He's not gonna take a team-friendly deal, though.
No, he's getting cut though.
Why not?
He's getting cut
He
because
just won't. He's that type of guy. He won't.
His wife, Sierra.
yeah, that's a problem. Yeah.
Come on.
He's also not Tom Brady taking cuts because he's married to Giselle.
Yes.
Come on.
And he's not
But
taking cuts.
in terms of money. Like,
Okay. I got you.
No. That just it's the most awkward thing. I could even go with Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is far and away better.
I would love
way
Kirk
better.
Cousins.
Me too.
I
would love Kirk.
I like the rumor of Baker Mayfield more than I do. I would take Eddie. Would you not take Baker over Russell?
Well, yeah, but that's not saying much.
Okay, that's
I'd rather have Kirk Cousins with that, like, in the locker room with the chains on.
I like his style.
That
I like
would
his attitude.
that would fit the
Yeah.
Raiders.
I like that.
The only
You
thing
know what
is-
you're gonna get with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
too.
you get big
You're gonna
Kirko.
You're gonna get 3 touchdowns, 250, probably a pick a game.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get that every single game. With Russ, it's like this season proved it. He had like that stretch of 5 games where, you can make the argument top 15 quarterback in the league. The rest of the year, it's like trash.
I hated that argument, by the way, because he was for a long time top 7 QBR and stuff like that. But I'm sorry. I mean, Sean Payton hated his ass. Sean Payton,
you never see a coach yell at their quarterback the way that
not a veteran one with a Super Bowl ring
anymore. You never, and he just sat there and took it because he knows he's trash.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a hot take.
I don't know if he knows.
That's a hot take.
But he's definitely getting cut. The Raiders definitely don't want him. Guys, Raider accounts or whatever, stop posting it. It's garbage.
Yeah, please stop posting it. We don't want him.
Thank you.
Acting like he hasn't beat us. And why would
it would be the most Raider move to go from Derek Carr to Jimmy G to Russell Wilson.
If we had the same people in place.
Which I don't think Tom Telesco, which I also think is a weird hiring by the Raiders.
We'll get into that.
I don't think he'll move for Russell Wilson.
No.
True.
No. So,
what was your second firing?
I'm firing Cat for scoring 62 and losing.
What a bum.
He's a dork,
because he was just forcing it at the end.
Yeah, did you watch that game?
So terrible.
I saw highlights.
The coach called him out.
The coach was like, "This is the worst basketball I've ever seen. It's selfish,
immature. It was immature.
Yeah,
He got like 20 each quarter and then got 4 in the fourth.
He's been labeled immature for a while now.
Well, they wanted him to pass Embiid's record, who set it earlier that night.
70?
Yeah.
Embiid put up 70. They wanted him to get 71.
Which, I mean, I don't even know what record that is because Kobe has 81.
There you go.
Yeah, what record is that exactly?
By a big man?
Some guy named Will Chamberlain has 100
Hey.
that no one's ever seen.
Actually, all the Twitter came out. There was a recording of football in the 1940s, super smooth on film, on camera, and color too. And people were like, why can we see this, but we don't have any footage of Wilt scoring 100?
Conspiracy.
Oh, I don't know.
Conspiracy.
Yes. I guess he scored it on the moon, which is also fake. So, good firings. Eddie Money. CJ, you're always pissed off at the world.
I'm not pissed off this week. I just want to promote something that was hilarious. All of the Taylor Swift AI memes are so good.
I
haven't seen any.
I didn't see any because...
Okay, so the first one, and this is not for the faint of heart, but the first one is so she's on this pile of trash, and Oscar the Grouch is behind her, and he's like...
Okay, we don't need to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 18 plus.
It's 18 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you see that?
Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, Jay's taking notes.
Do you have the link by chance?
The deep dark web, basically.
The deep dark web.
Jay, I got you after.
Okay, cool.
No,
for research purposes.
No one
keep
wants
that
to
away
see
from people.
To me, that's just I don't know.
I think it's hilarious.
I mean, you're gonna make they can make AI of everything.
Is it hilarious?
You're not gonna get rid of it.
Because
Luke?
Because Luke,
Are you?
We got a Swiftie.
Actually, I will say the hilarious part is that within 24 hours, a news article came out, exposed whoever made the AI pictures, his full government name.
Dude, they buried that so hard.
Actually, okay, now I'm going to fire Luke.
The Swifties are going to... No, I love it.
It was within the title of the article, too.
Her fan base came back.
Her fan base came after that ass, boy.
And they should.
No, absolutely.
And they should.
Look, I'll be straight. She deserves every hate, all the hate, because in terms of when you're at that level, like, you always get hate like crazy.
For sure.
That's a level. Like, if you saw the pictures, Jay, it's a level 2.
Imagine the damage that could be done with AI.
Okay,
it's a big thing.
So really quick to cut you off, Jay. Like, again, it's gonna sound crazy, but the report that came out today is now like the White House is worried about what AI can do now. Because
that's a 100% a thing.
All of a sudden,
you have to see the pictures. Look like if you did a glance, you're like, what the fuck?
No.
Like you thought it was real. Their fear is now that something like that can happen.
So no one cared when
It's already happened.
No one cared when it was Photoshop, but since it's AI making it, now it's a big deal.
Yeah, because it looks.
I've seen AI pictures. They look super real.
But these were the most realistic ones that you've seen in a while. Because there's the really ridiculous one of Oscar the Grouch, and then there's like the other ones that are. You're like, oh, like if I just glance, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But if you do a double take, oh, that's
CJ's cracking
Every
himself
time
up
I
over
see
here.
him, I don't like it. Doesn't entice me. I think the shit is hilarious. Like you guys are dumb, but that social media, like this is the whole thing of the free speech argument. People,
Luke,
if you put yourself out there like Taylor Swift does, people are going to shit on you on social
What
media.
do you mean, like make music and have concerts?
Or
That's putting yourself out there.
oh,
Yeah,
I don't want. I'm not even.
like
I
do
get it. Oh, I get it.
You know where I'm about to go with Taylor Swift.
I get what you're saying.
Where?
Completely distracting the whole sport of the NFL, like the whole sport of football. Are you serious?
That's her fault.
That's
That's
like cameraman.
100% her
Yeah.
fault.
It's 100% intentional.
I forgot. Who
Yeah,
was
by
fighting.
the producers and the league.
Oh my!
she doesn't
Think
have
of
the-
all the celebrity. Bradley Cooper goes to every single Philadelphia Eagles game.
Yeah,
And it just so happens to be that that Travis Kelce, that one of the NFL's most promoted players, is over here getting vaccine
when
shots.
you get
Come on
home,
now.
we're gonna do AI of
CJ.
CJ.
getting double vaccinated.
No,
Yeah.
no,
That'd be a good
ripping
one.
off a 7-Eleven and be like, how funny was that shit?
Oh my
that
gosh,
shit was hilarious.
It would be hilarious because I'm not a bitch.
Wow.
Oh,
No, you'd be in jail being a bitch, though. I mean, that's the danger of AI.
I'm being facetious, but I'm saying the whole thing of people, like, I get it, but
The thing
y'all
is,
open the can of worms
I'm
with AI,
Shay,
and this is
I'm with
what
Shay, the response of like how the Swifties and
Yeah.
the general public freaked out a little much, but it is insane,
It's
to see
insane.
how like AI, dude,
Yeah.
it's
Do
crazy.
you know how
Crazy.
many? You know how many people thought that was her?
Oh, it was the breaking news was Taylor.
CJ,
Listen.
this is fucking as real as
The,
real
the
gets.
early
you-
reports
but-
were like her nudes leaked.
Okay,
If you pay
And then-
attention to like any real photo, you can tell it's an A picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Are you telling
Why-
me Oscar
so-
the Grouch banging Taylor Swift looks real? Come
pretty- that's
on,
pretty funny.
guys.
No, but there was other stuff of her. naked
breaking
and-
news! Breaking news! Vince McMahon resigns from roles with the WWE
Oh.
and TK Group amid sexual
Wow.
assault and trafficking allegations.
You know what
Yeah.
that? You know what that means? It was true.
nah.
Well, no, that's
Trafficking! My God, I didn't see that in the
Yeah.
reports.
Yeah, that's for another freaking show. Let's go.
So, yeah.
Anyone else? We're
Yeah.
ready.
We have some firings.
Let's go.
Michael Brown said fire Caitlyn Clark.
I don't know what she did.
No.
Oh, you guys haven't seen it?
She
I
flopped.
saw it.
Yeah.
So if anybody who doesn't know, so she's running off the court. Iowa played Ohio State, and Ohio State beat them. She's running off the court, and she runs into a fan, pushes the fan, and flops off the fan, and then goes on a press conference like, "You guys should really protect the players. I could have really been hurt out there."
It was bad.
No, girl, you assaulted somebody.
No.
Did you see
I
the
have a
video
different take.
though after
I have a
the
different
aerial
take.
video?
I saw all the
Yeah,
angles.
she flopped.
She flopped.
She flopped.
Worse than LeBron.
I have a different take.
Oh goodness.
Oh, let's hear this.
They met at the same time. She just went.
It was a real collision.
Yeah, yeah. But she just
Yeah.
was more prepared, and she went like that and kind of pushed. She did flop.
She's
Hardcore.
But her message of saying, "Hey, protect the players," I get it. But
But
she
they've been
flopped.
storming the court for.
Yes, don't
Yeah.
stop.
By
that.
the way,
Don't
it was
stop
an
that.
older woman.
Yeah,
that
it was an
hit
old
her.
lady.
Oh, was it really?
It was an old lady.
Yeah,
I didn't know the
Yeah.
age. I just saw.
It's like a
it was
middle-aged
No,
woman.
I think that's a college student dressed as an old lady in vintage clothing.
No, the
Or
lady that
that-
came out is like a middle-aged woman.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
This video I'm watching.
She's a red shirt.
good fire.
It's her 18th year.
Yeah.
It's a good firing there.
I got a firing.
What you got?
Firing UCLA football. So the reports Chip Kelly's drawing NFL interest as an offensive coordinator. There are a lot of teams that are offensive coordinator needy, Steelers especially. I would love him as our offensive coordinator.
Would you?
Yeah, I would, because I think he's a guy that falls in line. He's not going to be like this whole, my thing, like I'm going to be the future coach here. I think he's someone that failed as an NFL head coach. He had that one good year when he brought the college offense to the NFL, but you move on to it. I think he buys in. But I'm firing UCLA football because you're already moving to the Big Ten next year.
Yes.
UCLA, let's say Chip does leave, that vacancy opens up. You're not an attractive job. Chip Kelly is really the only thing that makes you relevant
I agree.
currently. We talked about it earlier in the year during college football, like the days of UCLA and SC, maybe not SC, but UCLA especially contending for a national title, playing top 10 football, are gone. It's just not going to happen anymore. And you lose Chip Kelly, who at times is proven is the best recruiter in college football, is
Huh?
What?
That's never been the case even at Oregon. He
Yeah.
never got 5 stars at Oregon.
Zach would kill you right now.
not okay.
But anyways,
but
you're
one of the
fu-
best
you're-
coaches,
let's stay on top.
coaches
Digress.
and all that. Biggest thing UCLA needs to do. Who do you get? Like no
To
one
take that
big.
job?
Yeah, Chip was a good hire when they brought him in. I think the experiment failed in terms of what you thought he was going to bring with DTR and all that. This year proved that again. But he keeps you relevant, keeps money coming into the program. can attract a 5-star like they did with Malachi Moore, but obviously.
So you're firing UCLA because
they're not trying. They haven't.
They're not trying to keep.
They
Chip
haven't
Kelly.
come out to be like, no, Chip is our guy. We're gonna keep you.
Maybe Chip wants to go.
Got it.
Sorry.
Got it. He just wanted to talk about the fucking Steelers again. That's where this was going.
Wow. I had to. You know what?
Let's bring it. Let's go on. We're running behind.
Yeah, just go. I'll remember it. I'll bring it up. No, I really forgot.
Oh, you forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
I have a couple real quick. First of all, I want to fire the douchebags that in Wichita, Kansas last night stole the Jackie Robinson statue. To me, Jackie is a sacred, just a figure in sports. I don't know what the reason was. I don't care what the reason was. You wanted a cool statue, or you're racist, or you love him so much you wanted to put him in your kitchen. Either way.
That would fit good in my dining room.
Yeah, I'm going to use him as a bobblehead.
It'll be next to my foyer.
Yeah.
Either way, douchebag move. Jackie Robinson is the holy grail of untouchable.
Yeah, untouchable.
Yeah, I hope
literally.
They're going to get those guys. They're going to get those guys 100%.
What a doucher move.
I want to fire Keshawn Boutee.
Ooh, I like this.
I don't know if you guys heard, but in 2022, they don't know all the details. He was arrested, by the way, for this.
They do know a lot of the details, though.
Yeah, they do know a lot. 8,900 bets.
Oh, that dude.
Maybe in a year.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, although gambling, very good at gambling. Had
Very
over
good.
$500,000 in his account.
You know what's a funny stat about this?
He was successful?
There was a game that he betted that he would get like 85 yards and like go crazy against Florida State. He did not cash on like a
So I have
parlay.
more
So at
details.
least
He bet
it was.
while he bet
it was-
on LSU while he was playing there.
It was
himself
that
on
game.
LSU.
That game was an 8-leg parlay. He was the last leg.
And he didn't get it?
He needed 82.5 yards in the over to hit. That man played
my
so
God.
scared. He did not. He got like 20 or 40 yards and did not cash.
Well, that just shows you he had a moral compass. He was like, I can't do this, guys. I can't play good. So I
Oh
won't
my
hit.
God! No,
He felt bad.
that's a crazy story in itself. And
How
man,
do they find out these things?
Oh, actually, hey, I will tell you. His
you go.
usernames.
he had was Keshawn Boutee 01. Yeah.
And then his second account was Keshawn Boutee.
2?
like
That's it.
like 007 or something
Yeah.
like that. No, they're ridiculous.
Wow.
And then can we double fire?
Oh, wait, can I give the numbers on?
Go ahead. Yeah. The numbers are
hear it.
insane.
So this is, it was a 13-month span of his betting. He deposited a total of $132,147.53 into his account. He won a total of $556,267.58. And he actually withdrew $50,282.36.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
he knew what he was doing, man.
Keyshawn Boutee, new ball. Hey, that dude,
did.
they're like, dude, he spent so much time in the film room watching everybody.
They were like, wow,
Can
this
you
guy.
rewind that? Can you rewind that real
like,
quick?
that's pretty insane.
Yeah, he placed over 8,900 bets in 13 months, which averaged out to 22.5 bets a day.
Can I have a theory.
Jesus Christ.
I have a theory about this that no one's kind of brought up yet.
I also have a theory, but go.
because it's the only thing that makes sense. No one, as far as I know, like bets
What?
22 bets a day. It has to be like a casino where like he's betting like roulette and blackjack or something, right? Like an online type of deal.
Oh, so it doesn't encompass just like I'm making bets at a
well,
sports
it's an
book.
online. It's an online. We don't know. That's just my theory because to consistently make 22 bets a day,
So he's probably probably
it's
an app.
crazy.
What I think is that he placed a total of 8,900 bets, but didn't bet every day. I think he, like, let's say you have a college game. You have the spread, the total, and then you have first half, second half, and you also have several parlays that you could put on that game.
Wow.
So that's what I think he was
So
doing.
he just clustered it up.
I think you do that because, I mean, if you're watching film, you're watching film on everybody and like who
Genius.
you're playing, and you know other kids at other schools. So obviously you text them, like blah blah blah.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
think
yeah.
you guys fare
Oh,
up?
damn.
So you're like, oh, you guys gonna crush these guys, and then in your head, like, oh, it's only a touchdown. They got that.
Can I bundle State Farm bundle a firing with Keshawn Boutee?
You can do whatever you want.
I want to bundle Bill Belichick for drafting another fucking receiver who's going to be suspended, the dude can't read through people. Like, the dude is cursed.
He can't draft on offense. It's so bad.
I mean, the receiver record is just insane.
I think it was something like if you look at the last 25 offensive players he's drafted, the only successful ones have been O linemen.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. And again, drafted a habitual gambler.
Habitual.
Maybe he was impressed by all the film that he watched. Like he's like, I know that
is good.
He's like, you know everybody.
Yeah.
How did you know what he's running right there?
How did he get caught?
The username.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
knows?
my guess, but there's no like actual reason
Probably
why.
having-
It just came up.
Yeah.
That's so.
And has the league come out yet and suspended him or anything?
I don't think this is really brand new. He was just arrested, I believe, yesterday.
But they're usually
he got
pretty
arrested.
quick.
I don't
Yeah, he
know
got
about
arrested.
because he was underage.
Yeah.
Well, while doing this, he wasn't even 21.
They tracked it back to he was doing it since like his freshman year at LSU.
Can't you say,
Crazy shit,
hey,
man.
someone had my phone? Like my friend did it. It wasn't me.
Not 8,900
8,900
times.
and creating two different accounts with the
Keshawn
same
Boutee
name.
01, Keshawn Boutee 02.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that, but that's not going to work, man.
You have no proof. It's just my phone.
Not going to work.
Also, Zach is back from boot camp. How you guys doing?
What up, Zach Attack? How was your work?
How are those calf raises?
Summer
also
bod 2024.
He's not taking the Caitlyn Clark disrespect.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, Zach is big time advocate of women's basketball, whether it's
Bigger than me?
grade school, high school, any level. He's
Yeah,
not
bigger than you.
He's not having it.
He used to go to 7-on-7 tournaments by himself.
Yes.
Oh, he did not.
Well, 7-on-7 tournaments are football, so
It's
Yeah, I know.
acceptable.
I know I used to do that,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I didn't take that personal.
How is that a women's thing?
Oh, wait, what?
We were talking about Caitlyn Clark.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
you know what
you
you
turned in
said.
high school.
You know
Never
what you
mind.
said. You know what you said.
But last firing, Cecilia is she fired the food on Royal Caribbean.
Oh yes. My mom came back from a week cruise.
Did she?
Yes, she lost 30 pounds because he said the food was horrible. So,
I'm not touching that.
Wave said he turned himself in.
oh, what?
Well, that means they probably issued a warrant.
Yeah.
And he turned himself in.
Yeah.
Moral compass.
Yeah.
Moral compass.
Moral compass.
That's one thing I want to know. Was the warrant issued in New England? Was it issued in Louisiana? Like,
well, guys, we have a special guest coming up. Before that, let's get into our blue chip recap real quick. Eddie Money, how did we do last week?
Last week we went 1-1. We had the Ravens cover with ease, and then we had the Niners not cover, but still wins.
That was a big line, man. 10.5 seemed a little bit
fun game.
fun game.
Really fun.
We're going to get into that game a little more because we probably could talk about that game for a long time. Look at CJ's like, go ahead, bang, bang, Niner gang. Yes.
We just win, baby.
Hey, whoa.
Hey, that's our
Wrong
line.
statement.
That's
Wrong
our line.
statement.
Yes.
They don't win though. It's
Their new
crazy.
statement should be just
don't
mediocre,
win.
baby.
Just mediocre, baby. Just don't make it to the playoffs, baby.
We clearly have games won in our records. I don't know what they're talking about.
7 and
true.
10.
7 and 10.
Well,
So 7 wins, right?
Anyway,
10 losses.
10 losses.
No
Seven-
playoffs.
7 wins.
Al Davis
2016
rolling
was so
over.
long ago.
Actually, our 2020 team.
stop. Eddie, just
Look,
It's a
dude,
losing
look at
cause.
this. Look at this on
Oh.
Luka,
he had-
73 points.
he had 29 in the first.
Whoa.
He had
When was this?
40.
Today?
Yeah, he had 45 at halftime.
Hey, look at Mr. I look beautiful over here. Hakatomi Plaza. Say hello to everybody, Hakatomi.
Yeah, Mr. Haircuts are more important.
Yes. Guys,
There was
Today's just haircut
sorry, real
day.
quick. There was odds after Joel broke the or set a franchise record of who
Yeah.
would do it next. I think Luka was like plus 300 or 400
Really?
ooh.
Yeah.
And he got 73?
today. Yeah.
He was pissed off about that reporter,
4
too.
days after his 70 piece.
Oh, that's who I wanted to fire.
Luka?
Luka for getting that chick kicked out for saying he needs to be on the treadmill.
It was a chick?
That was a dude.
No, it was a dude.
Was it a dude?
It was a dude in
I
a
saw a
Booker
picture.
jersey.
LeBron's done worse.
Yeah, it was
Well,
a
that's
dude.
why I commented on a post. I said,
So, guys,
who would never
softer than
Kobe.
LeBron.
we're going to take a little short break. We have a special guest coming right up. Ryan Holmes, just a stud of a human being. And we're going to have him come on. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to talk coaching hires. Jay, thank you for sitting in,
Oh,
man. You're a
no
beautiful
problem.
human
No problem.
being.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you didn't get to talk about Vanderpump Rules at all.
That's after.
Dude,
But
I've been watching.
trail end.
3-minute break. We're gonna have Ryan on. Stay tuned, guys. It's gonna be worth the wait. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Thank you for staying patient with us, guys. We are gonna have.
Jay looks a little different.
Oh, who the fuck is this guy over here? Everyone say hello to my oldest son, Hakatomi Plaza.
Shalom.
Everyone give Hakatomi Plaza a hand. Great job, guy. Way to miss the show for a haircut. My God.
Hey, I respect it, Jacob.
Thank you.
Hey, I got.
They're about to go perch together.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. With dedication to the show is unbelievable over here. Guys, we're going to head straight into our conference championship picks. We have, God, it's such a good week for NFL. Brought to you by Custom Cars, Custom with the K, Cars with the Z.com. Great sponsor. And a hell of a weekend for foosball. Are both games on Sunday, Eddie Money?
Yes.
Yes.
You got to love it, man. Who do we have up first?
So on Sunday at 12 o'clock Pacific, we have the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Ravens minus 3.5.
Save us,
over
Lamar.
under
Please save
44.
us.
Oh my God, the Lamar save us edits.
Please save us,
Fucking
Lamar.
hilarious.
Please save us. You guys see that meme? I showed you, CJ.
Yes, you always send me the Niner hate shit.
My God. So if you guys haven't seen it, everyone's seen the Trump guy in his car saying, please save us, Donald Trump. Please save us. There's a kid that's just saying, please save us, Lamar. Please save us, Lamar. And I think, listen, a lot of people feel this way, man.
Yes.
People are tired and sick and disgusted with the the State Farm commercials.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. We've already talked about
We
that.
just see them
Mahomes
everywhere.
face.
We see the whole team everywhere. It's so annoying.
It's just, it's you don't even have to be watching the Chiefs game, and it's more Chiefs than it is, the two teams playing with all the freaking commercials. But Rafa's not here, but we do have Rafa the Guru's picks, man. And what do we have as far as Rafa?
Can I guess? His pick?
yeah.
Can I take a guess, actually?
Well, I know what it is. So.
Okay, well, I'm for sure it's Chiefs with the points. It has to be.
Is it 4.5 or 3.5?
4. Oh, no, 3.5.
3.5.
Although, I do agree with him in terms of
betting. I would not blame him. I would take the same bet, actually.
Well, let's bang it. Rafa's first pick, Sunday afternoon or midday. He has the Chiefs plus 3.5. I happen to agree with him, but I think it's going to be a close game. But I do think the Ravens are going to pull it out. Eddie Money, how you feel about this, man?
I personally have a future already on the Ravens, so I have the Ravens at plus 150. But Mahomes as underdog is too good to not take the points with.
Points is too easy to take.
Yeah, especially if you have 3.5 and the line might get moved to 4.
And then you see that the ref that is reffing the game, that's
he penalizes the home team like 30 or 40% more than he does the actual away team. But listen, that's already been out in the open. People and refs are, humans, and they have subconsciouses. And now that has been brought out into the public, you don't think that's going to change his subconscious a little bit? You think he's going to hold on to that flag a little bit longer now that everyone knows? Everyone knows that?
I'm more conspiracy theorist. I'm more like the NFL planted him to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, they select the refs. They know what they're doing.
The NFL's rooting for the Chiefs. It's just a fact.
There's too much money.
The ratings would be insane for them.
True.
Because Taylor?
Yeah.
100%.
Taylor in Vegas?
100%.
Oh, I forgot it's in Vegas.
Exactly.
Taylor in Vegas is...
Yeah.
Should we on the screen?
Imagine the AI.
They won't even play the game. They're just gonna play Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
CJ's like, I'm gonna have the New York freaking statue behind Taylor Swift.
But in terms of actual football standpoint, I think the game should be very, very good. Two of the best defenses in the league.
Yes, I think
Ravens arguably the best.
Every stat points to the Ravens.
Yes.
The NFL MVP.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Lamar's gonna win.
Yes.
Yeah, Lamar's gonna win it this year.
Should.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what we want, except for maybe Big John, who's a
Chiefs fan.
Chiefs fan, but
I think the lackluster of offense is gonna kill them in that game, in my opinion.
Of the Ravens?
No, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Okay. Well, that's that. We'll ask Ryan Holmes. Go ahead, CJ. What's your thought on this game?
I agree with y'all. I've been the biggest Chiefs Raider hater forever. I don't like.
Why you got to throw the Raiders?
Because I have to. I'm sorry. I have to. It's Twitch.
That's
a Twitch.
That's so unnecessary.
It's a Twitch. I'm sorry. But I hate the Chiefs. I hate Taylor Swift. I hate Travis Kelce. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I don't like any of it.
But they're gonna.
I think they're gonna win the game.
A lot of hate in your heart, man.
I like with Rafa's pick. I like Chiefs. I like Chiefs plus 3.5. I'm sorry.
Luke, how you doing over there, Luke? What do you think? Who's your pick in this game? We're taking
who are we?
Chiefs, Ravens.
I have to root for the Chiefs because I'm a Steelers fan. I can't. I don't want it. I don't want the Ravens.
Division?
Oh, that's fair. I
don't
thought you were gonna say something else.
No.
You wouldn't want somebody.
No.
I would not.
No.
I would not want to see either the Broncos or the
Ravens.
Chargers win.
Yeah,
but the Ravens.
What as a Steelers fan? I mean, who is your natural
Ravens all day? Our number one hated enemy.
The
is
Ravens
the
are only fucking 30 years old.
Who else would it be?
There wasn't even. Well,
the Browns have sucked forever.
The Browns aren't their rival because there is no rivalry.
And then the Bengals just got good.
And it's the same thing. Forever it was the Ravens.
Are the Steelers more of a natural? I'm sorry, the Raiders, because of all the history.
I wouldn't call them a natural rival. They're a rival, but it's not like the Raiders.
Michigan. Okay,
We don't play them often enough for it to be considered
exactly.
True that. Well, on to the next game. What's our blue chip again, Eddie Money?
The Chiefs plus 3.5.
Take it all day, man.
Man,
what? Oh, you already gave your.
I gave my opinion already.
Yeah.
On to the next game. What time is it?
3:30, I believe, Pacific. And then we have the Lions versus the 49ers. 49ers -7. Over under 51.5. Big total there for this game.
Are we going to guess what the Guru's pick is here?
I'm going to say depends, because if Deebo is playing, I think he takes the Niners.
I don't think Deebo's playing.
I think
then I
Deebo's
think he
playing.
takes the Lions.
He's announced today that he's playing.
Oh.
Really dope.
Limited in practice, but he's confirmed.
I'm going to say
he'll be
his pick
suited
is
up.
Lions +7 for some weird reason.
Is the line 7? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's spill the beans. What is it?
He went 49ers -7.
Wow.
Shocker. If Rafa was here, how would you... 49ers by 1,000,000. He's
Cocksuckers.
Yeah, he's been...
First half, second half.
Yes.
For everything.
First in the showers. They're going to be at the buffet line first. Yes, all of that shit. He's been a 49er ride or die, part of that Bang Bang gang, whatever that is. Not shocking, but you know what the whole world wants.
Lions.
Everyone wants the Lions.
I don't know if I do. Because I don't want to see Lions or hopefully Ravens make it, but I don't want to see Lions in Super Bowl. I don't think it would be fun for me.
That's true. I don't want...
If the Ravens win, I want the Niners to make it, because then it'd be a good game.
This is true. I don't think the Lions give the best Super Bowl matchup.
They don't.
But they give the most intriguing matchup.
Yeah, it's like Rocky, Rocky 1, Philly style, like no one saw this coming from, I just think it's a great story.
I just don't think for me, you need someone that you hate in the game. I don't hate anyone on the Lions. So for me, it's I don't have.
Why would you? They've proven
everyone wrong.
Yeah, it would be the Ravens. Let's say it's the Ravens, Lions. You don't hate anyone in that game.
But if it's Chiefs Lions, then I want the Lions.
Steeler fans do.
Oh yeah, if it's Chiefs Lions, the whole world is gonna be on the Lions.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the Ravens.
That'd be a good game though. Chiefs Lions.
That would be a good game only because I want to see the Chiefs lose.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, that we made our picks. Let's bring on our man, Mr. Ryan Holmes. Let me know when he's ready. Ryan Holmes. So let me give you some background on Ryan, man, because he, like I said, this is really our first real true media member. He's taking a step down. He's reaching down and helping us up right now by coming on the show. He's been a part of Flow Sports for many years. He's an editor for the Sports Business Journal, I believe. He has his own podcast. The dude is just a legit member of the sports media. He works for ESPN Plus.
Hello, can you hear me?
My man Ryan Holmes, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming on to Two Nobodies with the Mic. I know I've been asking you for months. Ryan, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't wait to get into some of these topics. Obviously, I'm always watching you guys have fun, especially my man Rafa. I've never even met Rafa, but I love him. He's awesome, dude. So I can't wait to get into it.
It sucks. Rafa's not here. I got his replacement, though, Hakatomi Plaza.
Hello, sir.
Rafa yeah,
I'm not Rafa. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Rafa's in Vegas right now.
Rafa's in Vegas doing great.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way.
I was just going over you're the first legitimate sports media member that we've ever had on the show, Ryan. I know I've run into you at many wrestling tournaments. Ryan is, if everyone knows Flow Sports, and he's been a big part of Flow Sports. He has just the credentials. He works for Intermat Wrestling. He has his own podcast. And with a fun fact that people need to know is that, Ryan, are you not the nephew of legendary heavyweight boxer Larry Holmes?
I am. I got some of the memorabilia here in my office. Everything is signed. I made sure when I moved back here to Texas that I had everything signed so I could put it up in my office. And he gave me, for Christmas, I actually got a signed picture of him fighting Muhammad Ali. Obviously, we would have loved to have Muhammad sign it, but before he passed on. But it's actually off at the framer, getting framed right now, and I'll have it here in my office. But that was a Christmas gift, that and a replica, a small replica of the WBC belt. So they gave me that for Christmas from my aunt and uncle this year. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm 50, so Larry Holmes was the first. I'm a little too young to remember. I mean, obviously I knew Muhammad, biggest sports personality in the world. But when I was growing up, Larry was the heavyweight champion from like 78 to like 85. And remember, there was no MMA, like boxing and a heavyweight boxing, especially. You were a mega superstar. And Larry Holmes was a mega, or is a mega superstar. And he had just, Ryan just said that he fought Muhammad. Larry Holmes also fought Mike Tyson. So the bridge between those two, that's an incredible feat right there. The fact that he beat Muhammad Ali and fought Mike Tyson, man. Do you ever talk to him about that Mike Tyson fight?
I've watched the Mike Tyson fight with him. So growing up, being a wrestler and a football player and everything else, he was actually training at the same time that I was training. So,
wow.
I'd be getting ready for wrestling matches, and I'd be at his gym, either on the treadmill and be training for a fight, or we sat in the sauna together when I was growing up. Obviously, something that you shouldn't do when you're, a high school kid or a 14-year-old kid. But, you had to make weight, and so did he. And, being able to train alongside him, and, you're seeing the cream of the crop train. And there's nothing like it, right? Like, there's really, really nothing like it. And, you're always hearing stories. And, he was actually the first 30 for 30 was him and Muhammad. So he was in Muhammad's camp when he was a young fighter, and Muhammad gave him his first black eye. And, my family, as well as Muhammad's family, are very close and, still close to this day. And, my uncle really credits Muhammad with a lot, right? And, but I had a chance to watch that Mike Tyson fight with him. And one of the things that most people don't realize, and, I'm not saying that this is any technicality, and obviously I'm probably the most biased in the world when it comes to my uncle, but he'll let you know. And like I said, I've watched it with him many times. And that knockout punch that came from Mike Tyson, if you watch it, my uncle's glove gets caught in the ropes and he gets pulled backwards, and it opens up that knockout punch from Mike Tyson. Now, he was certainly getting his ass kicked before that, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, but that did happen during the fight. And I had never noticed it until he pointed it out. And now every single time I see a highlight of that, I can't unsee it. Right?
Of course.
It's like one of those things that I'm like, man, it's right there. How can you not see it?
That's a pretty cool fun fact right there.
Oh, that's better than a fun fact.
Yeah,
I'm going to pat myself on the back for having Ryan Holmes just on the show.
Like, see that?
I mean, come on, man.
Right there.
Were you also, did the whole family grow up? Because, if you guys don't know, Larry's nickname was the Easton Assassin from Easton. Is that where you guys, the whole family, grew up?
Yeah, so we're all from Easton. I mean, my uncle and my dad and all their brothers and sisters, they actually were born in Georgia, but moved to Easton, Pennsylvania. I think my dad was like 5 or 6 years old when they moved. My uncle was like 7 or 8.
Uh-huh.
And that's where they all grew up. They all grew up in Easton. That's where I grew up. All my family, mostly all my family, is still there. Obviously, a couple of us are kind of scattered throughout the country as we've left the Easton area. But my family, most of my family is there. My uncle is there. My parents are there. Brothers, nieces, nephews. That's our city.
Well,
you never forget where you came from, man.
That definitely explains the whole wrestling thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, your uncle's the most famous boxer of all time, and you went to the opposite direction completely.
Yeah, did you ever think about boxing?
I did box when I was growing up. Boxing was kind of my first sport before I was really anything. Like I said, he had his own gym back then, and my uncle was a wrestler as well. My dad was a wrestler.
Wow.
They all grew up playing a bunch of sports, but wrestling was my dad's sport for sure, and that's kind of where I kind of took after him.
Uh-huh.
But my uncle was also a wrestler. If you go back into those Easton annals of history, we all kind of grew up in the same clubs. Me, my dad was at the same club when he was little. My uncle was at the same club. Jordan Oliver was at that same club.
J.O., baby.
J.O.'s actually my cousin too, so he's part of the family too.
Crazy.
We all grew up. We all grew up together at the same clubs and same camps, and did a lot of the same things. So we're all from that same place. Speaking of the wrestling, Willie Saylor's from the same place. Brian
I was going to say, Willie Saylor, Easton. Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
Yep. Those guys taught me how to wrestle, man.
I
miss my ass in my living room.
I miss that whole crew. The wrestling nomad. You, Willie. That was a special time on Flow Sports and Flow Wrestling. You guys had a chemistry, and man, I really miss that. It seemed like a golden era of Flow Wrestling and Flow Sports. Talk a little bit more how you got into being in sports media.
Man, I love sports. Like I said, I grew up an athlete, so in my family, you kind of don't have a choice but to be in sports, right? You know, my uncle's doing the things that he's doing, but you know, I had cousins that are the best track athletes in the world. My brother was an amazing football player. You know, my oldest brother was another amazing track athlete. You know, so everybody in my family, we grew up athletes. It's just kind of what you did in Easton. And, you know, when I got to college, I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do. Changed my major 3 times, thought I wanted to be an accountant, thought I wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff. And, you know, at the same time, I'm doing really well in my English classes. And I'm like, man, I can probably do this for a living, right? And I see Stuart Scott on television talking about his English classes. And I'm like, all right, well, why don't I major in that? And then I'll throw in communications and throw in writing. And, you know, I'll be a writer, right? And then, you know, obviously being an athlete, you understand the game no matter what it is, right? When you're an athlete, I understand football differently than most other sports writers. I obviously understand wrestling differently than most other guys, which is why I can, you know, talk to the guys that I can talk to on a daily basis. Jameel Kelly is one of my best friends. I talk to him every day. You know,
Jameel's
Jordan Burroughs, I talk to him a good bit too. So, like, you know, being able to talk to these guys on their level is why I wanted to get into sports. Because, like I said, growing up and having my uncle be who he was, I saw the good and the bad of sports journalism. I saw people that, you know, wanted to talk badly about him and guys that wanted to praise him, right? So, you know, in journalism, when you really truly look at it, you've got these guys that are super hyperbolic. You got Skip Bayless saying whatever the hell he wants. You got Stephen A. Smith that's screaming into a mic every day. Like, you got these guys that, you know, they say a lot of things that are kind of outlandish, but, like, you know, I give props because they did work their way up. Just like me, I started in the newspaper business. So did they. They were writing for newspapers and kind of came up. So, you know, but you really got to cut your teeth in media. And that's honestly what I can say I have done. I'm still continuing to try and do that. But that's what kind of drew me to sports media, is just being an athlete and wanting to be a voice for other athletes and tell the story of either the X's and O's or the training or the things that go into being a high-level athlete, because people don't understand that. They just don't get it, especially in wrestling. People don't get it. You know, you're supposed to be some grimy robot that's just always in the gym, and, you know, and you have no personality. And I'm like, no, we got to pull the personality out of this, right? There's, you know, there are people that are in the business that are sneakerheads that are wrestling, and you know, they want to talk fashion, they want to talk all kinds of things. And I want to tell those kinds of stories, not just the things that happen on the mat or the things that happen in the gym, but who these people actually are, because athletes are real people, and people forget about that. So that's always what, you know, my passion was, of trying to be, you know, the best journalist that I can be and add a voice to, you know, essentially the people that are probably talked about the most and under the biggest microscope.
Oh, man, I love it. We're going to circle back because I know you have a bunch of endeavors going on. I know you have a podcast. I know that you have a bunch of stuff. Let's get into football. Let's get into this AFC Championship conference game. Kansas City Chiefs in Baltimore. Spread is 3.5. How do you feel about this game? What are your points of, you know, how do you think this is going to play out?
I'm taking Baltimore, honestly. I think that they have been playing at such a different level. I think they're honestly playing at the level that we're used to seeing Kansas City play at. And that's going to be the biggest X factor, right? Like, Lamar Jackson, he has a chip on his shoulder. You know, he goes into every press conference and he's happy-go-lucky guy, but you know he's got this killer instinct. They've been telling him for years, oh, you should be a wide receiver. You can't play the game the same way that, you know, you need. Like, he's got to have the biggest chip on his shoulder, especially going into the game where the Chiefs are always going to be the favorite. They're the multiple-time champs. They've got Kelce. They've got every single weapon in the book. I mean, probably less weapons this year than in past years. They've got the most drops and everything else. So I think it's really going to come down to Hamilton and that defense.
Yes.
If Kyle Hamilton can do the job that he needs to do on the back end of things, and he's one of my favorite DBs. I was a DB in college. Watching Kyle Hamilton, I'm like, man, he plays the game right. He plays the game smart. And that's going to be the biggest chess matches between Kyle Hamilton and Patrick Mahomes. But offensively, I think Baltimore has the edge. Zay Flowers is absolutely balling this entire year, and I don't see them really being able to slow him down.
Man, go ahead.
Mark Andrews also comes back.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews is back. Kyle Hamilton, Notre Dame, my God, 6'4", 230. He is he's a difference maker. I agree 1,000%. He's a joy to watch in any game. I mean, that's going to be a fun matchup. Kyle Hamilton and Kelce, because if anyone could shut down Kelce, my God, it's Kyle Hamilton. So I agree with you 100%. That's who I'm picking. Let's move on to the NFC Championship. We have the Detroit Lions, Detroit Rock City, in San Francisco against CJ's 49ers. God, the spread is what, seven now. What's your thoughts on this game, Ryan?
That's a tougher one, honestly. It really is. And I know you guys have had your Brock Purdy talks on this show, and I've seen a bunch of them, and I think he goes in and out of being a system guy. Yeah. Right? Like, when he's a timing quarterback. That's what he is. If timing is on, everything will be clicking. You heard today that Deebo is going to be playing, so if the timing is on, and you saw how much that game changed when Deebo was out, because the plays that Deebo would normally be running, those speed sweeps, those outs where they're just putting Deebo in space and basically giving him the ball and let Deebo be Deebo, that was a big X factor for them in the first playoff game. So it's going to be tough for Brock Purdy to be Brock Purdy, because I think that the Detroit defense knows that he's one of those guys that needs to be in a rhythm, and he needs to have that timing. And if the timing is off, and like I said, you saw that last week in their last game, his timing got off. He did make some absolutely crazy throws, but when the timing was off and he was late, he almost threw some picks. So if you start to, make him second guess on those plays where it's he's in shotgun most of the time, it's kind of a pseudo 3-step drop where it's kind of bounce to that back foot and pop it to the inside. When he does that, if you can get that timing off, have those backers kind of slide into that first window, that second window is where he normally misses, because he is a timing guy, and the timing has to be there for that first window. So like I said, it is a very tough pick. I think I will still go with the Niners, mostly because I think Christian McCaffrey can take over a game kind of like he did before, no matter who is in there, right? And Kittle had to really step up and do the things that he needed to do. So I still think that even though it is a 1-2-3 punch with Deebo being the kind of the head of the snake, I still think that if Deebo isn't there, we know he's playing, but if that shoulder isn't 100%, that Kittle and Caffrey can still kind of take over for Brock Purdy.
Man, that is A+ analysis right there. This is why we had you on. I couldn't agree with anything that you said. I mean, more. Just a nail on the head. Eddie Money, have anything to say about that?
I hope the Lions win.
No, that's analysis, baby.
That's how you do it.
That's the hard
journalism.
Right. I hope you took notes. I hope the Lions win.
I think the Niners will win, but I'm hoping the Lions will cover. Because I feel like all season the Niners have been given super big spreads, and like they've gotten lucky covering a lot of them, I think. I just don't think they can do it in the playoffs. Last week, they couldn't cover 10 points, won by 3. Should they have won? No. That's up for debate. I think the Lions, maybe their joyride ends here, my opinion. Not many of us saw them going past the first round. I think we all saw them getting into the playoffs thinking, oh, shit, that's a good season. They can just lose and they'll be fine. But they won 2 more, so.
I don't see how the Lions defense stops that offense, even without Deebo. Even if he gets hurt first quarter and he can't play the rest of the game, that.
Well, Ryan just kind of broke it down like a scientist.
I know.
You got to get him off his spot. You got to get him off his timing. There's some dude named Hutchinson. There's some dude named Brian Branch that can make that shit happen. Before we let you go.
What's that one safety? He's going to go for that person. He's going to go for Deebo's shoulder, and he's going to go for Ayuk's knee.
Yeah.
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
CJ Gardner, yeah. That's drama. But before we let Ryan go, because he's so in-depth in college and he knows his college stuff, I just want to talk to you about some quick hires. Jim Harbaugh leaves Michigan. Were you shocked? And were you shocked that he took the Chargers job?
No, not for a second. It came out, I think, in December, where he was talking to some ESPN talking head, and he was saying something about how he loves Justin Herbert. So even, I'm a Falcons fan. And yes, I've lived through 28-3. I've lived through all kinds of craziness.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
It's all good. At this point, they're nothing but scars and calloused over. So, but I definitely did not think that he would go anywhere but to the Chargers because of, what I heard about him loving Justin Herbert. But I think he'll do really well. Obviously, he's done well in the NFL before. So I don't see that anything would really change. I think he does well with Justin Herbert because we just saw what he did in college with let's face it, with a quarterback who's not elite.
Thank you.
He's not an elite quarterback. He was surrounded by great weapons. I mean, that running back, that Michigan, he's one of my favorites.
Both running backs are great.
Dude's just a baller. But yeah, I think Harbaugh does well with the Chargers because of what he can do with quarterbacks that resemble the quarterback that he was.
Well, let's roll right into your team since it's your specialty.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris gets hired to the Atlanta Falcons, which I thought was the best job of them all. I'm shocked. I thought maybe Belichick would have gone there. I think it would have been a bad move. But thoughts on Raheem? Do you like the hire? And where do you see this playing out?
I love the hire. I absolutely love it. And I was excited when he was the Falcons interim coach. You saw the Falcons started that year under Dan Quinn 0-5. They end up 4-7. At one point, they were, I think, very close to being 500, right? And he wasn't even the head coach. Like I said, he was the interim. So he came in after an 0-5 start and willed them to, a 4-12 finish.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some of those wins came in bunches too. And they had a dominant win over the Raiders that year. That was probably their most complete game where they played cohesively.
I remember that.
So, that totally leaves my mind. I had no idea what you're talking about. But I agree.
I figured I would throw that one in there.
Yeah,
but no,
thank you.
I love the hire, honestly. I think that he'll do really, really well. I've never seen a coach get hired and have the praise that he is having and of the entire league, right? You have players, you have Jalen Ramsey, you had the Rams that are completely behind him. I thought it was a great hire. I honestly didn't want Belichick. I really didn't, because
I don't blame
when
you.
When I look at coaches, and I didn't really like Arthur Smith either, honestly, because when I look at coaches, I look at who the personnel was when they succeeded. Arthur Smith had a skill guy that was built like a D lineman that he could hand the ball off to in Tennessee in Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry damn near went for 2,000 yards in his last year. So that's kind of an X factor for me. When you look at Belichick, honestly, I mean, he had Brady. Let's call it what it is. He had Brady. Yes, they did have the year where Mac Jones was doing some really cool things as a rookie, but he also had a different offensive coordinator. That was the last year that he actually named an offensive coordinator in McDaniel. So I didn't want Belichick to come to Atlanta. It's not a good fit. Energy-wise, it's not a good fit. And from what I'm reading, he wanted way too much control over the team. And Arthur Blank is a very loyal guy, and Rich McKay is his guy.
Yes.
Even though Rich McKay is kind of pulled off of football operations now, he still didn't want to get rid of Rich McKay. So I think that was something that they really looked at, because Belichick wanted way, way, way too much power over personnel and over a number of things. Raheem Morris comes in, and I think he's an innovative guy. He's a galvanizer. He honestly reminds me of the Falcons' Dan Campbell, because Dan Campbell came in for Detroit and is doing amazing things to just galvanize that team. That's why Detroit is who they are, right? It's not because obviously, yes, they have Hutchinson and he's an absolute beast, but you have a guy at the top that embodies what the perspective and the mentality of teamwork really, truly needs to be. And I think that's what Raheem Morris will certainly do for the Falcons.
I love me some Dan Campbell, man. Before we let you go,
I got a quick question on your team. Were you expecting an OC hire, given that your defense was really good this year and your offense was really the main point in lacking?
I wouldn't say I was expecting it. The reason that I wanted Raheem Morris is because he's worked on both sides of the ball. He's been a wide receivers coach. He's been a defensive QC. He understands multiple facets of the ball. He's just a ball coach, right? So that's really what you need, is a guy that just knows ball, and not a guy that says, he's a me guy. He was on the Pivot podcast, and I watched that with Ryan Clark, and it's just like he was not a guy that wanted to point to himself a lot.
Yeah.
And that's really why I'm like, okay, this guy's a galvanizer. He's going to bring in, hopefully he brings in Evero, because I would love to see Evero come in and be the guy under him. But honestly, I wasn't expecting to get an offensive coach. I know that the offensive coach is like the new hot thing, but I want something like Detroit has in Dan Campbell, even though Dan Campbell is more of an offensive guy.
Yeah.
But I wanted a guy that had that same type of mentality as a fan, that brought in guys that could really put the puzzle pieces together, instead of a guy that was just like, we have no OCs, we have no coordinators. I'm just the guy. He can call plays sometimes, but overall, I'm the guy. That's why I didn't want Belichick, because I think the game, like Nick Saban, has kind of passed him by.
1,000%.
I have a question. Falcons need a quarterback. Do you want Fields? Do you want to show up in the draft?
Yeah, finish this puzzle. Finish
a young QB. I need the whole thing.
Finish the piece of the puzzle. Let's wrap up at Atlanta. If you're the GM, what do you do at quarterback? Who do you want as your quarterback?
I'm kind of torn, right? Because, and like I said, I feel like Raheem Morris is a galvanizer. So I think that he's a guy that can work with a Justin Fields who's been in the league for a very long time. Mm-hmm. But I also think that he can speak the language of these new NIL babies, right? These new kids coming out of college that are used to kind of getting their asses powdered a little bit. From what I'm hearing, it's Jaden Daniels coming out of LSU that they really want. At least he's in the mix. And not only that, but they are probably going to be interviewing the LSU OC here in the next coming days, too. So that's kind of putting the puzzle together. From what I've been reading from reports, is that they are requesting to have the OC of LSU come in and interview for the OC job with the Falcons. But
man, Ryan,
don't steal our guy.
Man, Ryan, you are stealing my flow. You're stealing my bars, word for word, man. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted Jaden and the OC from LSU. That's a great call. The problem is you guys are in position to actually do it without trading out. But my God, before we let you go, Ryan, I just want to ask about where you headed. What do you have going on? How can people follow you? I know you got a ton of things, a podcast. If you could plug those, and I would love for these people. I mean, you've been amazing, this interview. So informative and so on point. What do you got going on, and how can people follow you?
They can follow me everywhere, man. It's Mr._R Holmes on all social media, whether it's Instagram or Twitter. Like you said, I write for Intermat. Every single week we do a wrestling show. I normally cover Big Ten along with another guy, but then I have the other guys that cover the other conferences, the ACC and the EIWA, on the show with us, and we just really discuss wrestling, right? We have guys that are, like I said, discussing the EIWA, they're discussing the ACC, we're discussing the Big Ten, and it's called Conference Crossover Conversation. Every single week we discuss what happened during the week.
That's very cool.
And that's really what I'm doing in the wrestling side. And then I have my own podcast as well called the Athletes to Athletes podcast, where we're changing some things up. We're going to get a little bit more topical. We're going to talk a little bit more about transfer portal, more about college stuff, because the premise of the entire company, so the company is called Athletes to Athletes. Our founder put the company together because he was a college athlete. He played baseball in college, and he got the shiny pamphlet during his recruiting trip. That's what everybody gets, right?
Yes.
It's just like the movie, The Program, where you get there and all the dancing girls are there, and that's right. He gets off the bus.
Best college football movie of all time. The Program, the best.
Time. Love it.
Yes,
love it. Used to watch it before every season. But remember, he gets there after he signs, and he's like, "Where's all the dancing girls and the band and everything else?
Where's Holly Berry now?"
Exactly right. So that's what we're trying to avoid for these kids. So that's really what the premise of the entire company is. We help kids with figuring out what college they should go to, helping them read the fine print of what these contracts truly are. We work with all student athletes from any division 1, 2, 3, NAIA, no matter where you want to go. If you want to be an athlete on the next level, we're there to literally help you for a year, 2 years, 4 years through grad school, really whatever you want.
That's genius.
So we have counselors that help with that.
It's fucking genius.
Yeah.
But my podcast every single week, we have some people on. And like I said, we're going to be changing some things up where it's me and the two founders that are discussing some of the pressing topics that go on in college. But then we'll also have a featured athlete of the month that we interview all the time. I've interviewed a number of athletes, people that were in the band, people that were on the track team. I don't want just, one trick pony type people. I want people from all walks of life to come on, talk about their experiences, the pitfalls, the good, bad, ugly, recruiting, whatever they really experienced during their college years. I want to hear about it. And that's the people that I want on my show. Like I said, I love speaking life into these stories. So that's what the Athletes to Athletes podcast is about.
Oh, man. I got a guy right here, executive producer right here, CJ, center out of St. John Bosco, was center for DJ Uiagalelei. And he's just nodding his head like, I needed you like 3 years ago very badly. Yeah, no, I mean, this is something that a ton of kids need. This is a great flag to raise, and you could help a ton of kids, man. This is great. Ryan, I thank you so much for coming on. Listen,
before I go, I gotta give a little hat tip to the man that was DJ U Center, because I'm also a Florida State fan, so he better be tearing it up.
Yeah,
you already know, man.
Thank you, Ryan, man. You are incredible. I hope that you can come back on and bless us with your knowledge. I know it took a while. I know it's not on Zoom, but we're gonna try to get some clips of you. Everyone, give Ryan Holmes a big round of applause, man. Thank you, Ryan, and I'll be in contact with you. I'm gonna send you some gear. All right, man.
For sure, fellas. For sure, be in contact. I'll come on anytime. Anytime you need me, just hit me up right here with the mic.
Appreciate it, man. Look, guys, I told you, another home run out of the park. That's my man, Ryan Holmes.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, just incredible, good stuff, and on point with his analysis. By the way,
Great stuff.
I'm all over the Ravens. I think they can get. I don't know. Maybe it's just my heart.
I
talking.
hope so.
I'm just scared that I think the key is Kelce. If he goes off, they're in trouble. If they shut him down, then they should be fine. But it's gonna be tough.
If that game has to be ran through either Pacheco or Rasheed Rice, the Ravens will be in favor.
Yes. Amen. Sit down, G-Bird. Sit down. Have a. Does Jay want a cigar? Is that what he's been saying?
Yes.
He
said that it's in here, but it's nothing in here.
Definitely not in there, Jay-Bird. And I might have been smoking yours. I don't know. Anyways, that's Ryan Holmes, guys. Let's go down the little coaching, the hires. What do we got next down on the coaching front here, Eddie Money?
So the Panthers, they hired Dave Canales, the Buccaneers OC, as their new head coach.
Anyone have thoughts on this?
I think it's a good hire for them. So he was the Seahawks OC last season
when Geno had a great
Geno
year.
Was good.
Last year with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, this year with the Bucks.
And then the year before that, he also had.
He wasn't the OC the year before that, but he was the quarterbacks coach for.
God, I can't.
I forget who it was, but
also had a good year.
Good year. So he consistently gets He's known as the offensive coordinator that builds around his quarterback, not making the quarterback filter his offense. He filters the offense to the quarterback.
I get the hire. At first, it's like, who the fuck? But then you look at his resume, and it 100% was a hire revolving around Bryce Young.
Oh, yeah.
This hire, and it had to be, right?
And someone that's not going to fight David Tepper.
Well, yeah. We figured out that's a losing battle, and also not throw get drinks thrown on himself. But this is 100% a Bryce Young, we got to get him right hire. And although not a huge name, Baker.
Smart name.
Baker looked really good. Geno was incredible. Can we figure out who he was with 3 years ago, CJ, if you can? Because I saw that. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. So
I think in order for him to be successful, the Panthers have to actually get weapons.
Yeah.
Well, yes. When Adam Thielen is your and he had a great year.
Oh, yeah.
But Adam Thielen, I thought, was going to be in a booth somewhere calling games before this, right? Before this year, and he went off.
Miles Sanders also washed now.
Miles Sanders. Oh,
having fantasy was rough.
Their
what a
defense,
fall off.
if you look at their defense, has players in place. I think it starts by bringing back Burns, but
yeah,
they have
again,
players, but they don't have a system.
They need I'm interested to see what this guy does in terms of coordinator and all that.
O-line.
Here's the thing.
So Dave Canales,
He's getting crushed
he was the
last year.
quarterback coach for Seattle in 2022, and then he was the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay in 2023.
Yeah, the year before that.
The year before the Seahawks.
21.
He was the Seahawks pass game coordinator.
Okay, so there you go.
Do you know where he coached high school football?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Carson High School.
The Carson Colts?
Carson Colts
and then he was at El Camino.
El Camino.
Really?
And then went to USC.
Really?
Talk about working your way up, man.
Interesting.
That's crazy because, dude, I don't know. I know you guys don't know, but like when I was in the 8th grader, the 2 best programs in California was Banning and Carson.
My dad went to Carson.
Yeah, I mean, the Carson Colts was the shit.
Yeah.
Steve, whatchamacallit's dad? The quarterback coach, the kid at Louisville. Clarkson.
Yeah, Pierce Clarkson's dad.
Yeah, he was
Steve Clarkson.
Steve was a part of that, and they had the sweetest uniforms.
Yes.
Oh my god.
My dad said what Bosco modern day is now, Carson and Banning was back in the day.
Banning Pilots.
Yes.
Woo! And why?
Those are badass names.
Yeah.
Carson Colts.
Carson
and
Colts,
Banning
yeah.
Pilots.
I went to football camp with this couple guys from the Banning Pilots.
What are the colors? Carson Colts.
It's baby blue.
Baby blue and white.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
tough.
the
That's
Indiana.
tough.
It's Indiana Colts, but with baby blue.
Yes.
And as kids, we're like, oh my god, the sickest uniforms ever. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So interesting stuff. On to the next one. Eddie Money, what do we got?
Last week we covered, or the week before we covered Jared Mayo.
Mayo,
The
yeah.
Patriots.
I forgot that he was hired. That's how impressed I was with that fucking hire.
Titans get Brian Callahan, the Bengals OC.
Yes,
I really like that hire.
son of I believe Tom Callahan, who was an O-line coach and head coach for the Raiders. That's an NFL family. For
Yeah.
Good hire.
Yeah, that's a good hire. The Bengals, defensively and offensively, I thought had great coordinators. So I like that.
Then most recent hire that is left for us to talk about, Raiders GM.
Raiders,
the former Chargers GM.
Tom Telesco.
Thoughts?
Which I wasn't a big fan of this. I thought Ed Dodds, who they liked a couple years ago from Indiana, I liked Indianapolis. I liked keeping Champ. I like keeping Champ in the fold. But the more I saw the interview, I get the reasoning. You rookie head coach, you want to it's actually a good fit. You want to pair up with not only a veteran GM, but a veteran GM in your division who knows the division better than anybody. And we'll see if it works. I'm not saying this is a marriage made in heaven. I saw the press conference live. AP is not afraid to stick it to Telesco. He was telling him about, how we kicked your ass 63-7. That couldn't have felt very good.
I got you fired.
Yeah. Basically, I got your ass fired, and now you better help me. But the one thing that Telesco has done, and everywhere he's been, is that he's been able to find a quarterback, whether he's been a place with a quarterback or find a quarterback. And to me, that is the Raiders' number one job this year. I saw.
Okay, but also too, real quick, is that everyone said Chargers had the best team on paper.
I did.
Everyone
2 years
said
ago, I
that.
said that.
Even they said 2 years ago and this last year.
Even this last year, Rafa thought they were going to
So
the
it's
playoffs.
not like he wasn't a good GM. It was everyone. I think the coach couldn't put it together.
Yeah.
You had players on both sides of the ball. So if anything, I think it's a great hire because he's proven that he can draft.
He's drafted well.
He can
he
sign
drafts very well.
But here's what scares me about him now, because everything you said, Hawks, everything you said is money. The thing that scares me is that he wasn't tearing down the Spanos' door like we made a mistake as with the head coach Staley. We got to fire this guy. Like, as a GM, you have to know that your success is going to be attached to your head coach.
But that's the thing. It's like you can't do that now because you're attached to it. So if you say, "Oh, we need to fire him," like you also were a part of that hiring, so you're also fired. So you're really arguing for your own firing. You have to write it out.
I get your point, but I just would have been like, guys, I would have been to the Spanos family like, we made a mistake. I made a mistake on this hire. We have the roster. Staley should have been fired 2 years ago, in my opinion. And that's my concern. You bring up great points, Hawks. Telesco. Anyone else have some thoughts on Telesco?
Yeah, I'm just looking through his draft history. He's hit at least one person every single draft.
Yes.
I even saw an analyst say he's one of the best talent evaluators in the NFL.
Dude, crazy good.
His free agency signings, too, and trade Khalil Mack when healthy, and they had the center for the Chargers.
And then they got J.C. Jackson a couple of years back.
That deal turned out to be.
But he was
at the time. He was
after
corners for sure.
That time.
We wanted him at the time.
Oh hell yeah!
I was like, we didn't get him.
He's gonna change it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. Listen, everyone knows I'm a Raider fan, and I saw this one Raider account, Kukui or whatever it was, and he said, Telesco has one job and one job only, and he posted a picture of Max Crosby and Khalil Mack, and I'm like, I wanted to just jump out of my skin. I'm like, are you really? That's going to win us a Super Bowl? No. He has one job and one job only, and that is to find a quarterback for this organization that's going to be there for the next 10 years. Not 37-year-old Khalil Mack, who's going to cost $27 million a year. That's the frustrating part about the Raiders and Raider fans. They think everything's like, are you a cholo? Are you a gangster? Do you have a 64 Impala? Were you a Raider? Are you a tough guy? Like, Khalil Mack? Really? That's his one job, to bring Khalil Mack back? Khalil Mack had a great year this year. Look at the past 3 years prior. Not very impressive at all, especially for being the second or third highest paid guy in the NFL on the defense.
Agreed. I have two more things on him. I saw somewhere an article that he is also in favor of drafting up or moving up to get a quarterback in this draft. And then the other thing is, I was going through his year-by-year picks. 2013, he gets some of their franchise receiver, Keenan Allen. 2014, he gets who was a very good corner for a while, Jason Verrett.
He was.
In the first round. 2015, gets a Melvin Gordon and Denzel Perryman. 2016, he grabs Joey Bosa and Hunter Henry with their first two picks.
Good picks.
2017, he got Mike Williams. It was good, but ended up being injured.
Yeah.
2018, he grabbed Derwin James.
Ooh,
great safety.
Great.
The Raiders wanted him bad.
2019.
The left tackle from Northwestern.
Is that Herbert, 2019?
No, it's 2020. 2019 was kind of
Slater?
No, that was
Slater
Jared
the year
Kelly.
after.
Yeah.
2020, he grabs Herbert and Kenneth Murray and Josh Kelly, all very
all starters.
Players. Yeah. 2021, he grabs Rashawn Slater and Asante Samuel Jr. and Joshua Palmer.
Wow.
With their first three picks.
And let's not forget, let's revisit this.
These are all starters in the NFL.
Let's not forget, though, but the most important thing is Herbert, no one thought coming out of that offense, he knows, 47 right, boom. Like
Burrow Tua.
Yeah, no one, although people thought there was talent there, no one thought that he was ready, an NFL-ready quarterback. No one did.
You know what, though? I'll kind of give him, not like a pass on it, but I wonder if he had the pick before, if he goes Tua and not Herbert.
Well, he had pick number 5. I believe Herbert went 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tua went...
Two and 4.
No, 3, I think.
3 or 4, one of those. But either way, I wonder if it was switched, if he would have went Tua first. Yeah,
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
a
lot of people didn't have Herbert as the number 5 pick in the draft. A lot of people. Some people didn't think it was going to work out. And,
he's a stud.
Technically, it hasn't worked out, I guess. He hasn't done shit. But everyone...
No one thinks it's his fault.
Everyone agrees the guy is talented.
Tua was 5. He was picked 5th.
And Herbert was 6.
Yeah, they went back to back.
Oh, okay, so 5 and 6. All right.
I would say Herbert is a top 5 quarterback in the league.
I would, too.
Damn, that was a deep quarterback draft. He was just looking at it.
Yeah.
What is it? Let's go over that real quick.
So it was Joe Burrow at 1, Tua at 5, Herbert at 6, Jordan Love at 26, Jalen Hurts at 53, Jacob Eason at 122, Jake Fromm at 167, and then
Georgia.
a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
Like the first
But like
five
top
hit.
heavy in terms. Yeah,
Very
you got
top heavy.
5.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 backups in there too. Like
He's in Chargers, right?
backups,
Yeah, he drafted Eason.
Well, time will tell. I think Raider fans are just happy. We got a dude who drives a 64 Impala and it was born in Compton. He's going to get a pass.
Last thing on NFL. Ben Johnson is the current favorite to be the Redskins head coach. Thoughts?
That makes sense.
am not a fan as of right now.
I don't think he wants to be a head coach.
I don't get the hire if you have Bieniemy already.
I don't either,
my opinion.
especially
There's gotta be something
if he's asking for $15 million a year. He is loaded with talent on the offense. And let's revisit this really quick, if we can. This is our last NFL subject, is that I looked at today, and you look at, can anyone here sincerely say that when Jared Goff was traded from the Rams to Detroit, did any of us, I thought it was over. Like, I thought he would be out of the league in 2 years. Did anyone see this?
Not out of the league, but
Well, it's
Go
hard.
ahead.
It's hard to say see this, but I saw a quarterback that was going to have a 500, like maybe a couple games over 500 consistently. I didn't.
Really?
I did not see out of the league in 2
No,
years.
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
I honestly thought this is the kiss of death. They're just getting rid
It
of
was
him.
a tough situation, but you also had to. I'm weird in the sense of like I'll look at draft capital and all that. They had a ton of capital, ton of money, new head coach. So I was like, this could work. I don't think anyone saw it to this magnitude. But
Yeah. No, I'll be honest. I thought it was the end of the road. I thought it was Boys to Men, Mariah Carey. That was it. Like, this is a move just to move on. Now let's look now. He's been to a Super Bowl. I mean, Jared Goff. Can we give a little round of applause for Jared Goff? I mean, the dude has proven to be a very good quarterback.
I think the Lions better pray Ben Johnson stays. Because I think if he leaves, they're in trouble.
Really?
people forget.
I think that this is a situation where it's almost like not the same as the Eagles head coach, but like not on the same level, but almost equivalent, where you lose your coordinator and things start spiraling for you.
Well, for the Eagles, that is 100%.
And I think that might be the case if they lose Ben Johnson. I think because I think Campbell's a great motivator and all that. But I think Ben Johnson has to do a lot with
I agree with you.
Ben Johnson.
Yes.
CJ, me and you could walk into Detroit next year, I swear to God, and look at Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon St. Brown, Jameson, Laporta, the best center.
And best tackle.
I think we could come up with an offensive game plan. I think we could work that out.
Eagles have
maybe.
Eagles have a roster equivalent to that.
Eagles have a great roster.
And they couldn't pull together
shit.
at all.
To build off Jacob's point, too, from earlier, best O-line, Amon-Ra St. Brown. They had Javonte Williams and DeAndre Swift at the time.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. They had an offensive coordinator, and that team didn't win a game until they fired him and brought in Ben Johnson.
I'm telling
Anthony
you,
Lynn was their offensive coordinator, and they were 0-9 or 0-8.
But they were scoring points. They were scoring points.
They lost close games.
Yeah.
Their defense was.
But it's clear what the team is with Ben Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
It's very clear. And I think if they lose him, it might fall off. That's all I'm saying.
Something tells me, though, he doesn't want to leave.
He didn't do it last year.
I think he's asking for so much because he thinks he can.
That makes sense.
The Lions can be a really good franchise if he stays, and he'll only leave for such an absurd price.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
That kind of makes sense why he's asking so much. Like, if I'm going to leave, it has to be, life-changing money.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. But it's also a turn-off to me that you think you're that valuable. Because I swear, CJ, me and you, we run the wing fucking tee.
I'll run the wing fucking tee all day long.
Yes. Bring me some Tiny Hands Pickett, and I'll fucking make that offense run, Luke.
Oh,
Oh.
let's not go too far.
Oh, wow.
That's too far.
That's rough. Well, that is our NFL. Anything else on NFL? Jay Bird, you got anything else?
I don't know who to root for, Baker or Goff.
Well, Baker's not playing, so that's...
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know what? That's why I threw it to Jay. I knew he'd give us a gem. Thank you, Jay.
I was talking about the game.
Yes, of course.
By the way, hot take, I guess, but I think Jared Goff should be in the MVP candidates instead of Brock Purdy.
That is definitely not a hot take.
I second.
Did you see?
Third.
I have a picture here. Their numbers
Identical?
are identical, except for Goff has one more touchdown. He also has one more interception, I believe. But the one number that's off is QBR. Your man, Brock, pretty much is average, has a better.
Brock pretty much is in the playoffs.
Goff does have a lot of picks. That's why.
I don't go.
No, it's 11 and 12.
So does Josh Allen. He's in there.
I believe they're I don't know. Anyways, I agree. Because Purdy is a finalist for the MVP trophy.
Fraud.
Why Goff is not?
The only reason why Brock is because they're the number 1 seed, and so it's always number 1 seed. It's always best team, and you're the quarterback.
That's
true.
So
I mean,
that's just how it goes.
if you want to know my opinion, I said it. Because people are gonna hate me.
Here we go.
I think Purdy pulls the game out if they have Deebo. I think Deebo is that. Going back to what Ryan said, Deebo is very, very important to that offense.
I don't think the Niners are going to sweat this game. I think it's going to be not an easy win, but I think they'll coast till the end. Like, they'll be up by 7 at the end and, like, hold on. Like, I don't think it's going to be a 3-point game, going to a field goal at the end of the game. I think because this Lions defense on the back end has given up, like, 300 yards like the past 5 games. Like, they can't stop anybody. And now you have McCaffrey, Deebo, Ayuk. Like, who are you going to stop on that offense?
You have to stop McCaffrey.
You couldn't stop
first.
You couldn't stop Baker Mayfield. Like, he put up 300 on that defense with no problem. So I think the Lions are in trouble in this game, honestly.
They have to run the ball. They have to run the ball with frequency and success.
They have to control the ball. Because if they let the Niners get the ball back consistently, it's going to be rough.
Well, I think that's
they have the best duo to do it too. So
should we do our two nobodies?
We'll only pick.
We only got 2 things. So
well, it's still a parlay,
so
man.
someone picks it under. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's fine.
Let's do the parlay. Or should we just go with the Rafa?
Yeah, just go with Rafa's 2.
Let's go with Rafa's picks.
Because then
Let's
we
go.
really only be able to choose.
Yeah, that's true.
NFL conference championship parlay. What is it, Eddie Money?
Are we just gonna parlay the 2?
We're gonna parlay the 2
Well,
blue
yeah,
chips.
Look, but you got to say it so we can clip it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hello. As soon as he leaves that chair, he's like, I don't care.
Well, no,
CJ has to figure that shit out now.
The way you worded it was
kind of weird. But also too is if we lose both of them, then we go 0-3 technically because we lost the parlay and then we lost the blue chips.
Well, I mean, that's also a good point. But listen, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Fair.
Oh, by the way, last Lions thing. You know how Craig Reynolds went in and got that touchdown last game? He was not supposed to be in.
Really, though?
On Amon-Ra's podcast, he said when he was running the motion and he saw white cleats, he was like, that's not Gibbs or Monty. He doesn't wear white cleats. So Craig Reynolds got it and ran it in. And then he was not supposed to be in that play.
That's crazy.
And then all the commenters like, I needed a David Montgomery touchdown. I needed a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
So many people needed.
That sucks.
Yes. Prize Picks was very happy about that. 100%. But should we go?
Can we go? Are we gonna go off on Prize Picks for our little debacle? Is anybody gonna address?
I think they did redeem themselves.
Oh, okay.
But we did call out Prize Picks this week with a meme because and listen, it was in the group chat. There was a lot of people that said that when you win, they don't pay you, and Rafa hit some beauties, some six teamers or six
legs,
6 leg props. And the next day when he tried to cash out, they're like,
your login doesn't work.
They were like, Makembe Mutombo. No. Yes. And he couldn't get in. He went to the group chat. We're like, oh, that's no. I think it was Eddie who said,
yeah,
dude, get that money because they have a history of not letting you pull that money out. And no. They were like, no, you won. And but I think he made a lot of phone calls. I think he got his money out.
Oh, knowing Rafa, he made every phone call.
He made every single one.
More in the morning too, like still on the phone waiting.
Yeah. I want to talk to the manager's dad's grandfather, whoever is in charge of this company. But he got paid, so Prize Picks, we're gonna keep you honest, man. You better pay your people. Yeah, Better Business Bureau. Yes. Yes. So as far as NFL goes, let's do our official two nobodies NFL Conference Championship parlay. What do we got, Eddie Money?
For NFL playoffs, we got the Chiefs and the Ravens. We got the Chiefs plus 3.5 in that game. And then we also have the Lions versus the 49ers. We have the 49ers -7.
There you go, party
Bang,
people.
bang.
Listen, we have pretty good odds there. Or really bad odds. It depends on Jacob.
We either
Mr.
go
odds
2-0 or 0-2
Yeah,
or
Mr.
1-1, I guess. which is
Yeah,
not
Mr.
terrible.
Negativity over
I'm
there.
just saying.
They're in our favor, though.
God, man. Yeah. Well, that is your NFL recap.
That's never mind.
Brought to you by CustomCars.com. Custom with the K, cars with the Z. What do we got next? Eddie Money, I know we're running out of time here. Let's try to run through NCAA big news today.
Jumping into college football, biggest news today. Michigan hires Sharon Moore as their head coach, who was their OC.
He was
It was
the
the
OC
OC and their offensive line.
and their official crybaby on the
official
sideline.
Jim Harbaugh.
Dick right
Oh, is that what OC stands for? Official crybaby?
Yes. But we have our official Michigan.
In-house Michigan.
Yeah. What do you think, Lucas?
They're done.
I think it's a good hire. I think they stay the same. I think they stay not national championship same, but top 10 program same. Especially watching what Ohio State has done these last few weeks.
We'll get to Ohio State. We'll get to Ohio State. I mean, you guys, when I say you guys, I'm talking about Michigan Wolverines, losing a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot. Quarterback.
I think this year, if you're a Michigan fan and you're expecting top 5, you're not honest with yourself. I
agree 100%.
I respect it. I really respect it.
No, I mean,
no, and I know some like family friends and stuff like it's ridiculous. They're like back to back Sharome's, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? JJ's gone. I don't like the quarterback that they had sitting behind him. And you could tell it in the games throughout the year that they brought him in. I do think
half your O-line's gone.
Yeah, it's gone, and
Both
that was
corners,
the best O-line. People don't realize how much it took for Michigan to win the title this year.
Yeah.
Because
Everybody had to come back.
Exactly, and they had a projected like over 30 potential NFL draft picks on that roster. So it's not in any way, I think, going to be a clean season next year. Do I think they finish top 15? Yeah, I think they do. Do they make that the 12-team playoff next year?
That's iffy,
It's a stretch.
I mean,
I agree.
It can't be that bad. I mean,
No, they're losing a
No, they're
shit
losing
ton.
a lot, and I think
that's fine and everything, but it's still Michigan, and it's
no, I think it's still
top
Michigan,
12. That's like, think of it. The gap from like 5 to 12 is huge.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. Top 12, you're going to have to take conference champions.
you're gonna have the 4 conference champions.
So now it's really not the best top 12 because you're going to get a Tulane. You're going to get you're going to get an Air Force.
Not.
No, you're not gonna get an Air Force. I thought you meant by the Power 4 not Power 5.
That Power 4.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's the
Power
first time
5.
I've ever said
Oh
that.
yeah, shit.
Power 4.
So you're gonna have the 4. You're gonna have the Power 4. What the 12-team playoff is gonna do is like where Bama won the conference championship in the SEC this year. It still allows Georgia to be probably top 5, 6 seed. It allows FSU in this year's scenario be a top 7 to 10 seed going into the 12-team playoff. What you're going to run into is like what we saw this year. LSU was, I think, finished the year 13th. Liberty finished technically
Arizona
12th.
like 14.
Yeah, it was ridiculous
Yeah, I
the way
think-
they tried to do it.
I think. So let's say Michigan has 3 losses next year.
I can have their schedule if you guys want to
They're
run through
gonna-
it.
yeah, bring it up.
All right, so first game, they've got Fresno State at home.
Win.
Texas at home.
Fresno
Ugh.
State,
Loss.
Texas is gonna be a loss.
Because Quinn Ewers is that.
Quinn Ewers
now-
is back.
Texas is now what Michigan was this year, basically their entire team is returning.
Yeah.
So that's a loss.
So
I'm calling upset with Fresno State, man. Don't underestimate the Bulldogs.
I am.
Dogs.
I will for sure underestimate the Bulldogs.
Take my second.
I will completely underestimate the Bulldogs.
All right.
He's that Derek Carr love.
He still loves this guy apparently.
Arkansas State at home.
Win.
So 2-1.
SC at home.
Win.
That's a win.
Loss.
I think SC struggles in the
Loss.
USC.
Loss. Do you know the quarterback that they just got? The Utah kid? The 5-star? Oh, he's going to kill it next year. You thought Caleb Williams was something? Just watch. SC has another Heisman quarterback.
Who's going to stop Michigan?
It
on that
doesn't-
defense.
Exactly.
Michigan.
They're bringing in some dudes. They have a really
see.
Bringing dudes in for the last 3 years.
Anyway,
And two, you're saying
going.
you're saying they're going to be 2-2
All right, let's
by
say
week 4.
Let's say argument's
That's
sake.
absurd.
Let's say argument's
Win.
sake they're 3-1.
3-1.
We'll
Let's
go
just
with-
For
3-1.
argument's sake, they're 3-1.
Yes. Your Pac-12 love is showing. Tuck
No.
your shirt.
Win.
Okay.
Minnesota at home.
Now
Fleck.
that's a game where I'm like PJ Fleck every year makes things tough. I could see
They
a
sneak
loss,
out with
but
the win.
I thought
I
that was a
think out with the
potential
win.
hire, Luke.
I did too. I actually kind
They
of wanted.
sneak
He's
it.
a
out with
great
the win.
coach.
I want
Close
my hire.
game.
I wanted
Sneak
it.
out with the win. They're 4.
I think he's a great coach.
I think that.
Oh, I
could be a
think
close
Michigan
game. I think
missed out on a
Michigan
few
wins.
guys.
I don't know what the spread
100%.
is, but Minnesota covers.
Wait, let's finish.
Let's finish.
So
Let's finish.
4-1. 4-1.
Yeah.
They play at Washington.
That's a loss.
Loss.
Ooh, no, that's a win. Now.
No. Wait. I'm sorry.
It's a win now.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's tough. That to me is tough.
Because Washington has who? Will Rogers from Mississippi State?
Well, wow.
Real Rogers?
Yeah, but
All
you
right,
still
you
gotta
crazy
wait and see.
wabbit.
You gotta wait and see with that coach too. First year coach. I think that game is close because it's the same thing. First year quarterback, first year coach.
Yeah.
But don't
so
act
we'll
like
go.
the coach is bullshit now.
Okay.
They're fish.
Let's
both
go.
teams.
right.
Let's go.
Five
Let's go.
5-1.
At Illinois.
6-1.
6-1.
Home against Michigan State.
7-1.
7-1.
Home against Oregon.
Loss.
Loss.
At
7-2.
Indiana.
Win.
Win.
7
Home against Northwestern.
Win.
At Ohio State.
Loss.
Loss.
So there you go. 9-3.
You should
like,
be in the playoff.
Is that
That's
3
a
or 4
playoff.
losses?
It's a playoff.
9-3.
You're
It's a playoff. It's a
9, 10.
Like
Okay.
I just said, if we finish in that 8 to 12 range, successful season. Okay.
You've lost
Some
him.
guy has a Sparta tattoo on his ass. Anyways, but quick question, Luke.
Yeah.
How long is the leash for more? Because, like, you think, I agree with you. I think they're going to struggle.
What scares me is that they're going to look at the wins this year with the Penn State win, with all the Harbaugh suspension and all that, and they're going to be like, dude, he can do it. He just needs guys. I don't know how great of a recruiter Sharon Moore is because Harbaugh and the DC were the predominant recruiters for that school. We'll see. In my opinion, it should be 2 seasons this year. And like,
I agree.
if you go 9-3 and you make the playoff, and let's say if whatever happens in the playoffs happens, the next year though, if it's again like Harbaugh the first 3 years, he's not Harbaugh where you can trust, like, you can struggle for 2 to 3 seasons and it corrects itself.
Yeah.
I think you got to go 2 years if it's mediocre. Ohio State's not sitting there and waiting.
Sit down, Jay Bird. You make me nervous.
Oregon's not waiting anymore. SC's not going to sit around. Like, I think Lincoln Riley, that's a name we have to keep an eye out for. But
The burners are on high.
Mm-hmm. Not high, but
I think they're high.
Oh, I think it's absolutely high.
No, but that was my question.
But yeah.
I think it's 2 years.
I think it's 2 years. I think it has to be 2 years. Anything longer.
After you just won a national championship, and
the Ohio
raised.
State games are going to dictate that too, because I think they know they can't do what Ohio State has done with Ryan Day, where you can wait. Like, no, you just have to wait out Harbaugh. You're not going to wait out Ryan Day.
Well, that being said, let's jump in. Let's skip Alabama. I know we're going to talk Alabama, but let's go into Ohio State, who I think is this was the ultimate like scenario for Ohio State for Jim to leave, and not only for Jim to leave, but also for Saban to leave, because now you have the most money, you have the biggest chip on your shoulder, and Ryan Day and their alum, they're not going to sit around. Ohio State.
This is it for him. You have to.
Oh, yes.
You have to, or you're gone.
And you brought in a great quarterback. You're bringing in Downs from Alabama. You're getting guys to leave Alabama and join Ohio
Can I list
State.
the names really quick?
Go ahead.
So Julian Sain, quarterback from Alabama, the number 1 quarterback, number 6 overall prospect. Caleb Downs, safety from Alabama, number
Stud.
1 safety, number 1 overall prospect. Keyshawn Judkins, running back, number 1 running back on the market, number 8 overall prospect. He was a force at Ole Miss this year. Seth McLaughlin, number 2 offensive lineman. He's coming in from Bama, number 91 overall prospect. Ohio State needed O-line help. They got it. Will Howard at quarterback, number 7 quarterback on the market, number 37 overall prospect. And Will Kakemerick from the University of Ohio, number 16 tight end, number 174 overall prospect. And just on that, Caleb Downs, the sophomore, is transferring from Alabama to Ohio State, led Bama with tackles, 4th in the SEC, 107.
Yes.
And they have 3 redshirt freshmen, all 3 freshmen, all of who were in the ESPN Top 300 of their respected classes. And just on a side note, Isaiah Bond, the good Bama receiver, just committed to Texas this week.
And let's not forget Will Hunting from South Boston, boy genius.
And the reports are Ohio State's not done. They're going to go and get those like B+, B-level
That fucking joke
players.
just fucking went all over your fucking heads right now.
Yeah, that was horrible. So
I didn't get it.
Well,
It couldn't have been good.
your own son was just like, what?
yeah, no idea.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we all agree Ohio State ranked number 1. I see them running the table next year, which is going to be even more difficult for Moore to keep his job. Let's go into
Pun
Bama.
intended.
Yeah, let's go into Bama. How do we see Bama, transitioning? New coach, who I think is DeBoer is a great coach. I think he's behind the 8 ball.
Sorry, national championship odds. Georgia's still the favorite at plus 350, and Ohio
They are
State's
returning
at
a
plus
bunch of
500.
kids. They're returning a bunch of
lot
guys.
of people.
The guys that they're losing in terms of like Bowers and a couple offensive linemen don't matter as much as what they have sitting behind those guys.
To me, it's a quarterback thing. I don't believe in that kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. But anyways, listen, they were the obvious favorite this year. They had the best roster this year. Everyone said that they weren't even going to be challenged, and we all know what happened there.
I still think they would have won it.
Yeah.
They were in there.
Who are they beating?
Michigan.
Georgia scared every Michigan fan. And if you don't say so, you're a liar because every Michigan fan.
I didn't believe. Listen, you guys know my thing. If I can't picture you,
If he's ugly, he's not a good quarterback.
That dude looks like he's anemic. He hasn't slept in months. If I can't picture you holding up a trophy, then I don't consider you a good quarterback. And I don't see that dude holding up that.
Did you ever imagine Derek Carr holding up a trophy?
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
Well, back to the Bama thing. I think they're going to play good ball this year. It's Bama. They're going to have some guys. They lost a lot of guys. Good coach. I think he's going to get the best out of the product he has there.
Agree.
What I'm interested in is the recruiting from here on out because you have Hugh Freeze at Auburn, who you now can't. Bama, in my opinion, now is not the okay, I'm from Alabama, I'm going to go to Alabama now. Like, Hugh Freeze is going to recruit like a crazy person now. And
that's like the definition
It's
of
leveled.
That's the definition of Hugh Freeze in the dictionary. It's a crazy
Dabo,
person.
Dabo, you have him knocking on the door too now. Kiffin at Ole Miss, Kirby at Georgia. It's just gonna fire these guys up even more to go get these kids. And I don't know if DeBoer is equipped to recruit in SEC country.
That's the one thing that's very strange about that hire. I thought, I think they went after Sark. I think Sark would have been the best.
I don't think Sark picked up the phone.
I don't think.
I don't think it either. It's a lateral move as far as money.
Mm-hmm.
You're at. As far as
I think Kiffin was waiting for the phone to ring and it never did.
I think that was the hire.
Really?
I do.
I think they called Kiff and Kiff said no.
I don't think they called Kiffin.
I think because when you go immediately,
Greenbow, Alabama.
I think when you go immediately, his relationship with Saban was amazing. He always loved Bama, but
Tweets when out
you
every week that
when
Bama,
you go
good job,
immediately,
guys.
you're immediately Saban's undershadow. But after DeBoer, you can be the guy who saved Bama. That's the difference.
I actually could see that because what he's built the last couple seasons, and he had a successful transfer port. They're flying under the radar. But no one's
Ole
talking
Miss is
about
a dark
it
horse national championship.
No one's talking about their transfer portal because of all the other moves that have gone on in college football this year. Yeah. They've quietly had a transfer portal that contends with Ohio State.
Yes.
Think about it, Jake. Jacob could tell you it's hard to follow the guy. It's just hard.
Please pause.
No comment.
No comment. I'm just saying no.
Jay's excited.
You don't want to be Gerard Mayo. You don't want to follow the legend because most likely it's very rare.
Well, Gerard Mayo,
unless you're a Green Bay fucking quarterback
or Steelers
you're just
head coach.
Yeah,
yeah. It's just hard to follow the guy.
I hate him so much.
Jay, right?
You hate who? It's hard to follow the guy, Jay.
It's hard.
What do you mean by that?
I hate him so much.
But I think to tie a nice bow on all the college football talk, we're going to see some very interesting moves the rest of the season in the recruiting term with the spring high school commits, with the remaining, because there are still some names in that transfer portal, and there's still a few sneaking out from schools here and there.
For sure.
I'm interested to see what LSU does in terms of, like, what do you do to replenish with you're losing with Jaden and Malik Neighbors in that offense. You need to fix the defense, obviously. You still have a top defensive player in Harold Perkins. SEC football is going to be so fun next year. Like, it's fun already every year.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. Big Ten football with what you're getting with SC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
And I'm, like, very excited, too. Like, the whole Dan Lanning storyline. Sorry, I got a stroke there. Dan Lanning storyline of, like, wow, he was the guy that seemingly was the what Bama wanted.
He wanted to be the pick.
And
he wanted it too, and then I can't stand this guy going back to Oregon and be like,
ridiculous.
Oregon was always the place.
I was never
Get the fuck out of here, guy. They didn't give you the offer you wanted.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens there with the transfers he got. College football is turning into what I love with the transfer portal, with the recruits you have coming in, with these coaches, with the drama. Like, college football is back now after COVID to a level that rivals storylines like the WWE and storylines that you see of
Rutgers.
Rutgers cover machine.
I have a question for Jacob after.
Big Red.
I have a question for Jacob after.
But yeah, my last thing on all of college football, I'm excited for next year. I'm excited for the 12-team playoff. I can't wait. I can't wait till the last 3 weeks to a month of the 5 teams that are fighting for those last 2 spots, 6 teams fighting for those last 2 spots, and be like, well, so-and-so, like, if you run into LSU this year, they have the Heisman Trophy favorite on that team, but they're the 14th seed. Do we put them in because we want to see if Jaden Daniels can make some magic? Yeah. I think you're going to see more upset fan bases, more parity.
It's never been better.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's just never been better, man. Honestly.
Get the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What about Rutgers? Go ahead.
No, you didn't hear it?
No, you said more parody.
I said more parody.
I heard it. I did. I wasn't going to call you out.
I don't get it. What's the joke?
Well, we had, CJ literally came on a group chat and said that there's more parity in college football, which is like...
Than the NFL.
Than the NFL.
You were literally here for it, Jacob.
Yeah, it was just like...
You got killed for that.
Like, more equal...
Luke, you don't want me to go in on you.
It's
equal
just like...
balance in sports. Like, anybody could win type.
Well, now it's going to be more parity. But like the last 10 years, it's been...
The last 50 years.
No, so my irritation was is they try to go on and say that this... They had a whole fucking segment about this take, right? I'm like, oh, okay. So every time that one of you motherfuckers has a bad take, let's have a segment about it, okay? Every time.
No,
every single time.
I would never get a segment.
Yeah, it's just like...
Every single time. You're a Raiders fan. You need to be born with a segment.
CJ, it's just like...
You have a segment of life.
You said,
of losing.
Eddie is skinny. It's just so off and so wrong. We had to call it out.
Eddie is skinny.
There you go. That makes all the sense in the world.
Are you saying Eddie's small?
Yeah. Let's wrap this thing up. 2 hours exactly.
What was the thing you had for Jacob?
Oh, yeah. What do you think next year? Who do you think is going to be your Rutgers?
Rutgers.
2 losses.
No.
Who's your
my next
is going to be
Rutgers?
your Rutgers?
Oh, Rutgers.
Don't fuck with Big Red, man. Don't fuck with Big Red.
Hard hitting. Yes, right there.
That would have been like if you asked me and Rafa, who's going to be your Penn State next year? Penn State.
Dude. Oh my God. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
How he thinks Penn State's any good. I didn't get that.
9-3 against the spread. Come on.
Well, I mean, we're talking spreads. That's obvious, guys. That is going to conclude episode 66. We have Mr. Haircut here. Both Mr. Haircuts with the
3 haircuts.
3 haircuts. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even notice. Sorry, anyway.
Damn.
Wow.
I just came from there too.
You could have just cut
Maybe it's the
yourself.
headphones. It's the headphones. Yeah. Jay Bird in the house. Thank you, Jay, for filling in. You're bringing our weight Average down.
Average down.
Yes. Yes. We should probably do that. We should do an average weight for
Our
the show.
BMI index.
Yes.
That's gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so.
We're gonna all be so sad.
Yeah.
But Jason help us out.
Wait till John comes back.
Yeah. There you go, Jay. You look beautiful in your.
You hate being skinny?
You look really gorgeous.
Your website picture? Oh God, you look really good.
You're welcome, Jay.
And I think
You're
we,
welcome,
I think
Jay.
we need to redo Luke's.
I
website.
told him, I was like, why the fuck was that one you went with?
CJ's one. I was like, what the fuck?
CJ looks.
Is it just his?
I wanted to look like a prisoner.
I said he looks like he's in
CJ
jail.
needs to bring back the
It's not
headshot
even,
one.
it's not even you. Like it's honestly the shirt that just threw me off. It just says fraud. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't talk about
You
himself.
look like
or
the
something.
opposite of a January 6th. Like, what would an opposite be of that? That's what that
shirt
picture-
threw me off. If I didn't
Yeah.
the shirt, it just said fraud. I was
Yeah.
just like,
And the angle, it's like above his head a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
You wanna
Why
know
was
what's
I looking
crazy?
at the-
I was given limited resources.
Okay, but
But
you
I
want to know what's
thought-
crazy? Is that he picked that picture? Like he had
he had full control.
could've sat
He had
in his
full
room, like,
control.
taking another picture.
And he was like, this is the one.
He could have done some AI shit and
I
put
was
the
the
rock
one.
spotty on him.
You want
Can you please do that?
Yeah. Let's
Just
do
Jay's
that.
head on the rock.
on the rock spot?
Guys, I just want to thank you. Rafa, we missed you. For everyone, we got no Ricky Flores comments.
He was here. He just said what's up, though.
What's up, Ricksters? I got some gifts for you, Rick. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Ryan Holmes. He was spot on. I know he wanted to butt heads with Rafa.
Is there a merch update?
There is a merch update, but you weren't here, guy.
My fault.
That was tough.
That's on me.
Yeah.
My fault.
Freaking guy. No, the website is right there. Merch is here, actually. We're just waiting.
Okay, so you can't buy it yet.
No, you cannot buy it yet. We are waiting. No, because we answered these questions already.
No, wait, like it looked like the two gears were like, oh.
Yeah, because CJ. Yeah, what grinds my gears when Jacob asks me questions that I can't answer. No, but no, guys, we have a lot of big things coming up. We do have merch. We are going to sell it. We do have a website. We have a bunch of things. I want to say thank you to everyone that supports this show. Eddie Money, any last words?
Let's go Ravens.
Let's go, Ravens.
Save us, Lamar.
Save
us.
Please save us, Lamar. Lamar Jackson, please save us. Go ahead, CJ.
Bang, bang.
Oh, God. Yeah, we do.
I got something.
Jay!
I got something. We all got to start paying better attention.
That was the best part. I'm sorry. That was great.
Jay, you need to be here every week, dude, because
We got better.
you are a content creator.
If someone didn't watch last week,
Oh, you mean like shave your head pie to the face bets?
Oh, we still have some to pay up.
We got a
We
lot.
do
a lot to
have.
pay up.
We
We
do.
got a lot.
Jay's like, that's exactly what I meant.
I
You
know, but the-
losers.
Of course, that's what I meant. He's like, he's like, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ass.
personal bet.
He's like Baker Mayfield Super Bowl MVP.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the time.
That was my fault. I take that one.
Yeah, no, don't. Hey, deny it to the end, Jay. Deny it to the end. Go ahead, Lucas.
I hope your leg gets better.
Thank you. Maybe you could do Mr. Miyagi.
I don't want to.
You need the Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
The Aaron Rodgers
I
shot.
need a lot of help. Hawks, you want to say thank you to your barber for making you fucking 45 minutes late?
Go Big Red.
No Big Red. I want to say
Rutgers till we die.
yes. I want to say thank you. Episode 66, everybody. We will continue to try to give you the best content possible. I want to thank all my guys right here. I want to thank Rafa. I want to thank my wife, my family, everyone who supports this. Michelle, Big Rick, Uncle Zero, all the people out there that support this show. We couldn't do it without you, and this is why we'll be here next week for episode 67. Thank you, Papa. Hit that music, man. Or that music.